Oops. Now I start recording. Can you retry that open? There you go.
Alright.
Boom!
Yo! How's it going, everyone?
How's it going? Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today. It is, of course, Friday Q&A with Chocks A. It is, of course, the 18th of May 2018. Good morning, America. Good afternoon, EU. Good evening, Asia. Very good evening to Australasia. I would, of course, say 18 non-American style. It's a nice symmetry going on there. A nice symmetry going on.
What episode?
Oh, yeah. Friday Q&A with Chocks A number 71. 71.
It's very hot today, isn't it?
Why is it so hot today?
I don't know. It's very hot today, guys, in Hong Kong.
We've left the window open. Can you hear the outside noise? If not, we will leave the window open. If not, we will still leave the window open because it's bloody hot.
Yeah, we're gonna go into 4D now. So next, you hear the sounds. Outside. The next thing is doing something else.
Absolutely.
What a day! How's everyone? How's everyone's week?
How is everyone doing? Yeah, Sandy came back. She's like, right, I'm not gonna go and take my maternity leave. I'm gonna stay.
She's gonna stay. We might as well just stay up until tomorrow morning, and do the live stream at the.
How about no? I've got Chaniz's birthday party to go to.
It's Bella's first, isn't it?
Huh? And Bella's as well. But Chaniz is a day early. Yeah. You guys getting double audio?
Double audio?
Can just hear the fan. Jesus, what? What? Surely not. No. Don't pretend. If you can hear, well, we're gonna start from the beginning, okay? We're gonna swap. We've got some things over here. We're gonna try this. This one's all the way to the right. Let us know right now. This is position number 1. What do you think of position number 1? Is it better than the one just a minute ago? Just a minute ago was position number 3. This is number 1. Is it better? Is it worse? Let us know in the comments which one is better. Let us go. Let us know. Let us know. You can hear the fan noise. Let's see. This is position now number 1. Any different? Is it better?
That's the lowest setting already on the fan.
Yeah, for sure. Yours is on the lowest as well.
I'll put that as far as possible.
It's worse? It's better? Oh, God. One is worse, one is better. What's going on? Okay, we're going to try...
because I probably had the fan in front of me.
Oh, just now?
Oh, just earlier, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to put on number 2. Here we go, number 2. This is position number 2.
Number 2, guys!
This is probably actually going to be worse. Apparently this goes...
Number 2, guys!
Omnidirectional. This is number 2. You sound a bit static now. Any difference? This is number 2. Well, right now we have number 1 and number 2. Let us know which one is better so far. 102. 102. 102 or 102.
What moved? Ooh.
How random.
1 or 2? Is 2 better than 1?
Denise says fan. Alex, invest in AC. I would agree with you. We're in a complex that stops its internal central heat. Air conditioning. So this is number 2. I'm gonna put it back onto number 3. This is back to number 3, which is what I started the stream on. This is number 3. Any better with number 3?
Well, by the way, how long's the stream gonna be tonight?
Not so long because I've got to go back. Yeah, no more than that. But
Okay.
also we gotta leave after 3 hours.
Guys, 1, 2, or 3. Like, these are my snacks for the night. 1 per hour. Which one shall I go first?
Yeah. All right, this is number 3. And then here is number 4. We're gonna go with number 4. Boom! This is number 4. Which one is better? Number 4. Number 4.
Yeah. Do you prefer the regular version, the exclusive version, the combo, or the definitive?
That's a new option right there. This is number 4. Do you guys think that number 3 is the best? That's what I started on before. Normally it's the best one. Yeah.
Normally on number 3.
It's normally on 3. We just want to make sure we'll put it back on number 3 then.
Alright.
Alright, boom. Back on number 3. Now, I've got something called the gain. If I turn the gain all the way this way, does that make any difference? I've turned the gain all the way up, I believe. Does it make it super loud, or how is it now? Does it blow it out? Number 3 with the gain all the way up. And number 2. The combo, regular combo,
not
is
number 3.
Yeah.
The combo's number 3. That's nice, Xavier.
Tyler says all. I've just turned up the gain. Let's know if it's made any difference.
All sound the same.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, cool. We'll keep with this then.
Alright, just let it go.
Let it go. Let it go. All right. Let's. What were we just talking about? I don't even remember.
We haven't started anything.
We haven't started anything.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say something.
You want to say something?
Oh, I don't remember.
Birthday?
You sound louder, but a bit tinny. Tinny. Brayden, can you hear us better?
Sarah Heed, thanks for joining.
You can hear the fan louder, seriously. Oh no, it was Denise. He was going on about get some AC. I was like, what? They were in a building where we have it's remotely controlled. So it's controlled centrally by the management center, and between the hours of 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. I believe.
Maybe put the fan on the chair or something.
Like over there.
Because you're blowing wind into the mic.
Maybe. All right. Yeah. Well, I mean, hardly. Yeah. So it's usually 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and then they turn it off, and then they only have just wind coming in through here, which doesn't help us. I think it's something like if you wanted to have extra aircon, you've got to spend something like 120 US, and you've got to use it for 4 hours. Now, of course, our streams do last for 4 hours, but I think it was cheaper just to get a couple of fans in. Because let's face it, no one's as nutterish as us to be working from 10 p.m.
I'll fan you for 120 for 4 hours. I'll get a giant leaf.
So, yeah, no one's nutterish enough like us if we're going from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. to 1 or sometimes 2 a.m. So that's where we're at. Alrighty, let's kick it off, Chocks. We're gonna do
let's do some notices,
especially because we got 4 who dat winners to go through.
Yes, because last Friday, due to
a little bit busy last Friday, wasn't it, Chocks?
Due to the launch of True Form Midnight, we pushed the Who Dat game to this week. So yeah, so stay tuned if you want to play the Who Dat. So 4 winners up for a chance for some points.
Absolutely.
Right, so usually, guys, if this is your first time joining the stream, welcome. Please do join our official Collectors Club.
Is there anybody who's never been on a Friday Q&A? Do we have any Friday Q&A with Chocks and a virgins in the house? We like to pop a cherry. Michael, I know you're new here as well, right?
So indeedy, yes. So normally we will go through some notices, weekend reviews, Temptation Thursdays, some Q&A, and some games at the end, and sometimes some surprises, some announcements. Right, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it, guys. Just want to give a heads up. This is going to be the last show for a while.
It's like
this is episode 71. So it's, if you're hoping for episode 72, you will have to wait 2 weeks. So that's quite a while in our world. So yes,
that's quite a long time, isn't it? It feels like a long time, yeah.
So yes, so next Friday there will not be a Q&A. So take a break. Next Friday, go out there, do something else, forget about F4F, and then come back.
Just for the day, though.
Just for the day, yeah. Only for those 4 hours. All right. So come back the week after, and then we'll give you guys a heads up anyway.
What are you gonna do next Friday? Your once a year, day of freedom, yeah. Friday of freedom, Freedom Fridays,
Freedom Fridays,
once a year.
Yeah. So don't PM me, guys. Just kidding. Anyway, notices this week. Right. So True Form Midnight went on pre-order last Friday. You guys came back on Tuesday to validate. Boom, boom, boom. You know what's up. It's been hectic Zelda all week. The hype is still going on for another week, right? Because it's 2 weeks of hype, and the pre-order is going to open until 12th of June. So, guys, a whole month of pre-orders. So take your time. If you're still deciding, check out the videos, documentaries.
There is a countdown timer on the webpage, just so you can
get
exactly when we're closing it.
Oh,
so
awesome.
There's no ifs or buts.
Yeah. Awesome. Right. Apart from that, Shuinui pre-order is still open until May the 29th. So, again, you only got what? How many weeks?
I think I've actually got a countdown on that as well.
You got a countdown on that as well?
I believe so.
About a week and a half. 1 week and 3 or 4 days left for Shiranui.
See if I can bust that open.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Don't,
No, that's fine. No, and then apart from that, as always, bi-weekly we are going to give out some numbers for Berserk.
Oh shit! I haven't done that yet. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yeah, he's going to do that right now, live. Yes,
yeah.
Berserk numbers, the edition size. It's going to be ongoing.
It's already been 2 weeks since then.
It's already been 2 weeks. Yeah,
Damn.
so we're going to announce the numbers every 2 weeks, up until if it ever reaches 1,000 or we go into production. So what was it the first time? It was at 575, I believe, and then 2 weeks after that it was 600. So let's see how
You keep going while I find
how
out.
it goes. So yeah, Alex is going to do that right now for you guys. So for those guys that are Berserk fans, make sure they are aware of it. So the pre-orders are going to be. Chances are it's going to be staying open after tonight anyway. I doubt it's going to reach 1,000 at this point. So right now, True Form Midna, Shiranui, and Guts, 3 items are up for pre-orders right now. That's quite a lot, right? Usually we kind of like open one, close one, open one, and close one. But yes,
yeah,
we've got 3 ongoing pre-orders.
I like to just say that I really enjoy the extra length because I'm getting better at marketing, and I need time to see what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah.
And you can't do that in 2 weeks and then stop it and then last chance weekend. It really sort of messes up the algorithms. So it's been definitely useful.
Yes, indeed. Right. Any questions, guys? That's the notices for this week.
Can I just say something, guys? The...
Ow.
620.
Right.
620 for Guts. So there has been 1 week, Chocks, of Zelda rallying. Agreed? Happy Marcel's who? Who? I ain't seen anybody wanting Happy Marcel's, man. Have you seen a single post on that? I haven't seen anything whatsoever. Seems like no one wants them anymore. Deary me.
Who do they want now?
They want me for now.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm pretty surprised I didn't see very much rallying for Happy Marcel's, man.
Okay.
What do you guys think about that? Zelda fans. Nanase. Jefferson, if you're on the stream. Absolutely nobody rallying for Happy Marcel's, man. Michelle wants to know what you're eating. He's eating jaggery.
What?
No, I'm alright, thanks.
Garlic and olive flavour.
Jaggery is like this kind of like crispy kind of things that look like French fries, but they're not quite French fries.
Yeah.
Brendan, you might have seen several HMS posts, but have you seen... yeah, I've seen a few, don't get me wrong, but have you seen... Traction? Traction is the point. Traction. I've definitely seen them as well, but... They laters, yo. Caleb, I'm not rallying at all. I'm just... Happy Marcel's, man, brought about Fun Days. He was the architect behind Fun Days, and so I'm quite surprised. Quite surprised that there hasn't been more noise about him. Bearing in mind it's been 2 weeks of absolutely undiluted Zelda hyping, to not see much hype for Happy Marcel's, man. I'm pretty surprised.
Hey guys, I just pinned the Q&A thread in the pin post if you guys have any questions.
Xavier, Zelda is absolutely 100% open for discussion for the whole 2 weeks.
So any questions, boom, ask us in the Q&A thread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, Brenton. It's been 1 week, but I mean, there is 2 weeks of rallying to be had, on any Zelda item whatsoever. Anything, doesn't have to be Breath of the Wild focused whatsoever. It could be anything at all. But enjoy it. But you know, just an observation. Just an observation. Righty. So we're gonna do the review, yeah.
Sorry?
Where? Oh,
Yeah.
hello Nadia. How's it going? 861 in the boat from Tehran for HMS. Yes, but that was a long time ago. A long time ago.
We can review.
Is there any poll going on for Inuyasha? Did we do a TT for Inuyasha? I think we did, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we did.
Was it Samurai X?
No, I don't think we did. Did we? Did we? Did we? Did we? Did we?
Let's see, Inuyasha. No.
No.
So was it it was Ronin Kenshin, wasn't it? It was Kenshin. That was, yeah. We haven't done we haven't done that yet. Hey Joey, bonjour, or bon matin. Comment ça va? Alex, would I need to buy batteries for Def TF? Lilith, if I recall, you're in Australia. You're in Australia. If you're in Australia, you absolutely, we cannot send through EMS any batteries whatsoever. No, Nana say it's just an observation. You just, you know, do what you need to do. I'm just an observation. Skull Knight is coming along very. No chance, bang. I'm not going. I'm scared of heights and all that sort of stuff. Forget about it. No chance whatsoever. Straya, Lilith from Straya. I clicked my browser and it just popped up. What did you get, Patrick? Did you get spammed? I didn't see any screen grab. He says that he's something popped up. Probably was a your picture. Hey Joey, we're past the VU level. We're two, so je vais bien, merci. So for Shao, let's go. Where we at? Weekend review. 47k.
I know.
47k, Chocks.
Yeah.
How many more before we can do that Streets of Rage TT?
That's getting closer.
It's going for that 99. We said 99k, yeah?
And we haven't even passed halfway through the year yet.
Right. Was it on 99k? That's when we're going to do the Streets of Rage. And then you bugger off.
99,999, isn't it?
No, that's when we stop it. You can't, no, because we stop anybody coming in because we can't hit the 100k because you're bouncing, right? So we're going to stop it at 9999, yeah?
Okay.
But I would have thought that we're going to Streets of Rage it at that 999999 as well.
What do you want to do? You want me to suffer for the last 1,000 members, like at 99k?
No, if you want to, cause, you know, you want to see it how Streets of Rage performs. But if it hits 100k, you're going to bounce. So if we keep at 99,999, you have another 999 potential yeses.
Oh, right,
potential yeses. Right, the potential is getting bigger and bigger every day.
And if successful, before it reaches 100k.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, it's never going to reach 100k.
Why won't it reach 100k?
Because I'm not going to accept anybody else because they ain't going to bounce. You ain't going nowhere. So 99k, 999. Then I'll just tell internally with the admins, do not accept a single person in.
So when's the TT going to do?
99,999.
All right then.
Because there's no reason, because you're not going anywhere. Because no one's getting accepted into the club.
Well, we'll see about that.
Or it could be, let's say we have a bunch of people coming in. We go, all right, who's inactive, right? You can be removed, and then one person in. You can be removed, you can be one person in. Hey, Tsubi. It's a new name, how's it going?
Tsubi?
Hey, Eduardo, how's it going? So what's the next reservation weekend? Yeah, we're most likely looking at June 1st. Believe. We need to see what's going on. Kyle, for Ocarina of Time stuff, we would either do the same scale in PVC, or we would do bigger in resin. Not that there's anything particular concrete right now. Alright, so 47k, that's amazing. We were 46 about 3 days ago, something like that.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of that's to do with Midna. And of course, that is...
Shiranui as well. Shiranui guys are still coming in.
Yeah.
Quite a lot. So thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We're 47,380. Do you think that we have... you can see right now, Chocks, there are 5 people that want to join. Yeah. How many of those 5 people would vote yes in the Streets of Rage TT? Should I ask them?
Yeah, ask them, yeah.
The question should be, would you... actually, that's what it would be.
What?
When we hit 99k, right?
Right.
9999.
Yeah.
We change the words, which said, would you vote yes on the Streets of Rage TT? And if they say yes, we'll let them in, but we have to remove someone.
So they have to say... Well, they won't know because they're new. They won't know that we're removing someone based on their yes answer. Unless you specifically tell them in the question.
No, the question will be, would you vote yes in a TT?
Yeah, but you said you boot somebody out if they said yes.
No, I boot someone from like, you know, someone who's inactive now.
Right. What, you have enough there?
What do you mean?
You have enough inactive?
Well, there's loads of inactive people there.
You might as well boot them out now then.
But Streets of Rage. Hey Niels, how's it going? Mylene is like, Charles always seems to have something in his mouth when they stream. It's because he doesn't have time to have dinner.
I'm just trying to kill time, mate.
Oh, Chocks 101.
Oh, wow.
Alright, cool.
All
so
right.
that's 3?
3?
3 lucky winners. I don't even want to know how many this week. I got to announce. That was our biggest ever stream last week, guys. So I really appreciate about that. That was amazing. That was amazing. Alright, cool. Did you say Happy Mother's Day? Hopefully you remembered last week. And that was... Did you... Of course, in the UK, though, it was a Mother's Day.
Yeah. And?
Did you... On Mothering Sunday in the UK, be like, yo, yo?
No.
No? No.
We don't do that stuff. We don't need to. It's like, you know, we just know. Like that.
Every day's Mother's Day.
Yes.
When Chuckles is your son, every day's Mother's Day.
Were you in the club on Mother's Day?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, it was Sunday.
Yeah.
I was writing stuff on Sunday.
You alright?
Yeah. Validation mini... What the hell is that bit there?
What?
That first bit there.
Oh, no. I took a photo of Mini Chocks.
Did you?
Next to Midna. Standing, you know, next to her.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I posted in the club.
Okay, well I didn't see it. Let me see. Mini Chocks. Mini Chocks.
I think I posted it on a Tuesday.
Where was I?
I don't know, you were probably out partying or something.
A party. Oh god, he's tiny.
Yeah, I know.
God,
She's massive.
Yeah,
she's like,
massive.
What's that movie that...
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
No, that one that something... Was it Land of the Giants? Not Land of the Giants. What was that?
The Giant Woman or something.
Giant
Attack
Woman,
of the
yeah.
Giant Woman or something.
Yeah.
Like 50-foot Attack of
the Giant Woman. Yeah.
The 50-foot woman. Yeah.
Attack of the 50-foot woman.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Sexy.
Hey Leon, so I'm quite new here and I only found out about your website like a week ago when you first teased a TFM statue and I just had to pre-order it. Much appreciated. While checking out the rest of your website, I found out sadly there's tons more Twilight Princess statues that I would love to drop money on. Is there any chance you could re-release those statues, mainly Zan and Wolfling and Midnight in the future? Unfortunately, Leon, we don't do that. It is a one and done thing, and you know, we've been around for a while. A lot of times we see a lot of people who are in your same situation who have discovered us rather a bit too late with respect to certain lines. So unfortunately, the best thing is to go and look at some sort of buy-sell groups out there and maybe just eBay, unfortunately. But it's...
Yeah, that's part of collecting. That's how it is.
Yep.
The collecting scene never ends. So sometimes you want to spend extra money to collect some of the old items, or would you rather spend the money that you were going to spend on newer items? Because like the things you buy now, I'm sure like 5 or 10 years down the road, someone will say, oh, I only just found out F4F, I want to buy this King of Red Lines now.
Yeah.
So same situation for everyone. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely. How's it going, Armand? Alright, so we have... I don't know what we have because Chocks has got rid of
I was
the...
going to an email. I was making sure if we got approval.
Do we?
I don't know.
Let me see. Was it from? Was it from them? Did you see it was from them?
I don't know. It just came up.
Oh, for God's
nice.
sake. Go on, Betty.
I've
Begins with an
seen
M.
that name for a long time.
Begins with an M. Oh, God. I give you the fact that her name also begins with M, but Jesus. M-I. Fair enough.
True, yes.
Fair enough.
All right.
Fair enough.
I'd be like,
so we have the Twilight Princess character scale. What was that?
you did like a side profile of these characters.
Oh yeah, sure. So to see Truthful Midna, Zan,
In
and
comparison,
Wolflink and Midna sort of sizing. And hopefully you guys have had a chance to see that. If you haven't, go and check it out in the club. But you'll find that she really is the right scale in between the two. And they do look up really nice. And I can't remember who it was, but a gentleman put the entire Twilight Princess line up there. Put Midna there. Put... Who else was there? Link. I think it was just put Link in there. As a sort of scale mock-up of what the whole line looks like. And it does look very motivating to get that finished.
Oh, actual statues.
Well, he had his all the range, and then
he
he put in a copy, sort of a cut and paste.
Yeah.
Did he cut out the lines? Did he cut around the edges? No, but you know, hey, who's paying too much attention? Me. Then just to sort of see that whole lineup would. Hey, it's not bad. It's been a bit of a long journey.
Hashtag finish the line, yo. That's
Next.
That's the trend lately.
Very active 2-week rallying.
I don't know why. Yeah, apparently so, yeah.
Yeah. The next one is a Breath of the Wild character props poll. So we ran a poll. I ran a poll, and let's see how that's tracking, and let's get some opinions on that. Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild character props. Now, can we just have a moment just to recognize just how amazingly responsive the Zelda fans are? So shout out to them. To see these get such high numbers so quickly, this was posted just over 24 hours ago, sort of 30 hours ago. And we've already got a lot of votes. Top of the list is Mifa at 300, sort of 800, I should say. Zelda just shy at 740, followed by Urbosa. Now she's kind of furious. She's only 384, but I'll tell you who should be furious, and that is Link, D9 at 381. Now that is something I'm quite surprised about, Chocks. Sidon, we've got him at 326. We've got Cass there, followed by Revali, Guardian, Link on horse to match Rider Link. Zelda on horse. Oh yeah, Zelda on horse to match Link. Link on Master Cycle 0 is way down at 164. And the Lionels, Calamity Ganon, all 4 champions. I'm really surprised. Daruk, Stone Smasher going down, and sort of I'm pretty surprised. Most surprised, most flabbergasted by, of course, Link being so low and Zelda being below Mifa. But hey, this will continue to stay open forever. It's just something, but I love to see how it evolves over time. But very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Very, very surprised to see Link down at the bottom there. Okay, moving on. So on Sunday you asked me did I do anything on Sunday. Sunday I said let's talk about the definitive edition. So the definitive edition, I sort of gave a little bit more discussion about that. And I think I talked a bit more about that on Tuesday as well. But generally, the definitive edition is something that doesn't equal display cases, and every product that we launch will not have a definitive. They will be selectively used when and if it makes sense. And that's certainly something that we've been looking at more in terms of our development of products now.
Yeah.
Because it really talks about having creative freedom not being tied to monetary SRPs. The SRPs, you know, look, I'm going to be really clear about something. We're known as First for Figures. That's obviously that's what our company is about. But actually, we really believe, truly believe, that we are the first for a lot of people to come into the resin game. And we absolutely welcome that description and that expectation of us to be like that. But on the flip side, on being like that, can you see better? Yeah. On the flip side, it does mean that we are far more price sensitive when it comes to actively trying to get the SRP as low as possible, because the way that we try to do this, and sometimes it doesn't work well, you know, and we'll talk about this a little bit later on, is if we are the entry point for most people to get their first figure, the point about that is we really want to try and keep it as low as possible. When you keep the price as low as possible, you give up creative. If money was no object and we could not worry about the SRP, every single item that we made would be, you know, huge, ginormous, crazy, tons of things from the scene. You know, there would be a lot of creative freedom that we could have, but it would actually push the price up quite significantly. Now, we've got to the point now that we actually want to service more sectors of the market. What I mean by that is those that are with their first figure and maybe their financial budget for these types of items is at a certain level. Well, there is a product for you. Well, if we take Trueform Minnow as an example, that is the regular, the exclusive. Then for those that have a budget for these types of high-end figures that's higher, there is an option for you too, and that is the definitive. Now, that was slightly, you know, we're just talking about, you know, Minnow like that. But if we actually talk about other items, let's talk a little bit about Crash Bandicoot. I think that's a great example. Crash Bandicoot, we did the regulars and we did the exclusives at, I believe it was 385. And when we showed that exclusive additional acrylic 2D boxes, a lot of people were like, oh, why wasn't it? Oh, these should have been resin boxes. And you know what? Maybe you were right, and maybe what we should have done. Well, you were right. If we had followed that concept with definitive, we would have said no problem. You want these extra resin boxes. Well, here you go, and here it is, an extra 300. Pay for what for what it is, and have those versions as the definitive version, and there you go. Because we're constrained to try and get the lowest price point to appeal to the entry level, person, budget-wise, we sacrifice the ability to having those resin crates for the Crash. Now, a lot of people, oh, if we had it as resin, it would be much better. Sure, but you've got to pay for it. It can't be done for free. It's just not possible, right? So if you guys wanted to pay for it, well, there it is. Here's a definitive version. That would have been a perfect example of a definitive. Would you agree, Chocks?
Yeah.
It is not essential. It's nice to have.
It's like buying a car. You can get some extras.
Correct. Yeah. And that's absolutely exactly how I would say it. You know, you can start with an entry level, and you can almost double the price with extras, and that's essentially what we're talking about. Any more experimenting with the definitive edition stuff in the future? Possibly E3 release of another definitive. What's an E3 release of another definitive? Is Papa Davis there? Where's Papa? Oh, hello, Papa Davis. Oh, welcome back. Yeah, so
E3 release. What,
so Brenton would have been interested, for example, of that, and that's great because, you know, let's face it, Brenton's a bit of a baller, right? And that's great because we really do have and really respect different budgets for these types of items, and all collectors of all different budgets are welcome. And we see time and time again a lot of people coming to window shop because, oh, I love it, but I can't afford it. I'm at school, or I'm at university, or whatever it may be. I'm in college. That goes on 5 years time. It goes, oh, I can remember when I first sort of joined the club. I couldn't afford anything. I couldn't afford. Here's a great example. I joined the club when I saw you did Amaterasu. Couldn't afford it. I'm now 2 years removed. I've graduated. I've now got a stable job. Boom, Shiranui drops. That's mine. And that's a great example of 2.5 years between where the budgets have now come to that point, right? So that's the reason why. We sort of do that. Now, for Kev, he's asking, just join. Why don't you guys do an 18-month payment plan? Well, that's a great question. The only thing I would say about that is we typically try to do our payment plans within 12, because we try to get them out within 8 to 9 to 10 months. And if that's the case, we do an 18-month one. It's kind of difficult for us to make all the stock. Let's say everyone went on the 18-month plan, right? Because they want to pay like $5 a month, right? And I can understand that, right? But the reality of that is we have to sit on stock for 6 months. Now, if it's just one item, okay. But if it's in an 18-month period, we will probably pre-order maybe 20 to 30 items, meaning that if the vast majority of people went on 18 months, we would be sitting there with, should I say, not the ability to turn around because we're full of merchandise, that sort of stuff. What is going on, Petulia? Hope you're doing well. So, I understand 18 months with what people want, but there's that leads to practical real-world problems. Okay. Oh, Caleb says, I remember being in high school and seeing Sonic Generations for the first time and how it was impossible for me to afford it. And now tell me, Caleb, have you managed to pick anything up since then? So, as I was sort of talking a little bit earlier about these items having, as I said, we want to be accessible. And when we be accessible, we do that by trying to give as much value as we can, monetary-wise, and then also trying to get the SRP as low as we can. And it's really difficult to do that because we're using the same factories as others are using, and they are charged, generally over a higher price point. But their business model is much more like this: higher price point, lower edition size. Okay, and that's a perfectly viable business model, and that's what majority of people do. We are like, almost like, I would say, it's like we have we try to make it as low as possible in order to sell more. We talk about price sensitivity to demand, and that would be lower price point, more sales in terms of quantity. Higher price point, less. But when we do, so that's the reason why we try and get it as low as possible, because we want to have more orders. And that's why we lower it down. Now, the problem comes when we have low price, low orders. That becomes a problem. And that's when we talk about niche lines. And for really, really niche lines, it makes it really difficult for us to actually warrant us making that product, because there's an opportunity cost. Low numbers against the low SRP equals a totally unviable project. How about an example like this? Low price point, entry point. Let's say, I'll give you an example, $300, right? Definitive edition, which is more stuff for whatever it's worth to make it to $600. Now, will the hardcore guys who want this item then get the $600 one to show support for it, or go for the only if they feel like it's worth it, right? Of course, or they go for the 300 one, and then. But the point is, if the only option was, and we base the gauging the numbers, we don't think it's going to do, well enough. If we knew that we were going to go for entry level pricing at 300, and we only were going to sell 300 pieces, we would say this is not a viable project. But if we said, okay, 300 at 600, well, that's the equivalent of selling 600 at $300. Does that make sense? If we sold 300 items at $600, that's the equivalent of selling 600 items at $300. All of a sudden, the project becomes more interesting. That's the only... So definitives could actually really make us more interested in doing and looking into these lines that we don't feel at the moment. If we went low edition size, sorry, low pricing, but the numbers were lower, you know, that's where we're at. Hopefully that makes sense. Randy, it's not strange maths because it's should be the equivalent. Should be the equivalent. What is up, Alex? So yeah, anyways, definitive editions, just wanted to sort of talk about that. They are not going anywhere. They could be the savior of some lines. And also, it's just something that we want to offer more and more choice to the collectors of different budgets, because it's absolutely clear that the budget for different collectors are varied and wide and varied, and we would like to be able to have the creative freedom to create something a little bit more extravagant for those that want it. Also have the entry level for those that want to have it as well, just to get something that represents their favorite franchise and not be left out. And that's what it's all about. Jeffrey says, can you look at splitting shipping costs into FlexiPay plans? The answer is it's not possible right now. The FlexiPay plan is done simply by how much is the product and the split it up like that, because it can't tell where the customer's coming from. The problem, the only way we can do that is moving it to that FlexiPays are actually what's the word? Calculated based on your individual scenario rather than a global product-based FlexiPay, which is currently what it is. The moment we can move on to a person-specific one is the only way we can do that. But I'll raise that point with the IT team just so it's on their list of things to consider. Alright, let's talk a little bit about VariaSuit. So VariaSuit, you would have seen yesterday, I showed you that we have updated, I believe is the final change for VariaSuit, and that is orange boosters in the back to be a little bit more accurate, and that is the last piece of the puzzle. We will start, obviously you know we've started production, but we have now more confidence to get that sorted out. So there was a couple of teehees. The first one was a diamond pattern shape. Did you guys know what that was? Did you know what it was, Chocks?
Yeah, there's a chessboard.
There you go. Oh. Fancy game later?
Yes.
We could do a bit of checkers as well.
Checkers, yeah.
So that was definitely one teehee. The second teehee was something of a skull-looking thing. Could you think what that was, Chocks? Do you know what that was?
Yeah.
What was it? Did you know?
That thing with the skull.
Oh, yeah. That thing with the skull. Just looking nice. Then the last one was an obvious teehee. And that was, of course... Well, it's no shame. No hiding the fact that we've been working on Grey Fox and he's looking really, really good. So that's really cool. Alright. Yeah, Chocks, blogs.
Yes. Blogs. Well, straight off the bat today, guys, we made a blog with regards to Mega Man. We just wanted to test something out there. Basically, just want to highlight some of the items that we still have in stock. Remember, guys, that in-stock items that we have, we do have a up to 12 month plans for those. For example, you know, item 2 Mega Man and running Mega Man, there are still some stocks in specific regions. So those items you can still jump on a flexi payment plan. And let's say you're from a different region, do hit up CS, see if those guys can work something out. Maybe, you know, like the shipping costs, they can give you a better clarity on shipping prices on that aspect. So guys, you know, like if you guys want to support more Mega Mans, do check that out on our website. Yeah.
Okay, so actually just wanted to talk a little bit more generally about why we're doing this, and I'll just explain why. One of the things that we've been getting wrong recently has been cancellations and over-expecting that the cancellation rate will be 30%. Sometimes we're right, sometimes we're wrong, and we're wrong with devastating consequences because it means that guaranteed orders don't get fulfilled. And it's the whole idea of trying to make sure that we can figure out how we're going to try and balance that out a bit more. I'm gonna sort of close this window for 1 second, Chocks.
No worries.
I feel like it's seafood. Makes a difference. Okay, so when you consider that we have made some mistakes with that, we have to figure out a way to not have that happen again. And there's no science behind it because we can't predict exactly to the exact percentage of how many people will cancel. And as a result, it means that we have to be more bullish. And if we're more bullish, and that the only reason to do that is because we need to make sure that those that with guaranteed orders get their product. If we're more bullish, it means, and we get it wrong, it means that we're going to be sitting there with a ton of stock. Now, if we're sitting there with a ton of stock, you know, it's not the end of the world for one item. It is the end of the world if it's for many, many items. So we wanted to test, and we don't have a lot of stock at all. And the reason behind that is because we completely are megally estimating really high percentage of cancellations, and therefore we totally produce up to 25%. And I said recently it's beginning to bite us in the arse a little bit because we're getting sort of a little bit less small potatoes. So it's sort of not been as big a cancellation. Well, when we have so many items coming up and we were to be more bullish and we end up with stock, the question is, how do we move the stock? And it's not really about you guys. It's because you guys know, you know, very intimately about what we do and what we have and all that sort of stuff. But it's also the ability to try and reach out to other guys who may be fans of these, whatever the item is. If we can demonstrate internally that, hey, making this blog post, promoting it a little bit to the right fans, of course, so it's going to be to Mega Man fans, results in movement of those products, it means that we can be more bullish now and not undercut so much in the future. So this is just a little test for us to track that out. So just to give a bit of heads up behind that. All right, then was there more blog posts you wanted to talk about?
Nothing.
I wanted to say, guys, there is a really cool upcoming blog post that's going to become a weekly thing. I was going to call it Friday Fright Nights, but
Friday Fright Nights.
Fight Nights.
Fight Nights.
Fight Nights. But it's not going to be. It doesn't make sense if we're doing a Friday. So I would probably say I used to give group stats on a Wednesday, but because of all the problems with the Cambridge Analytica, I don't do that anymore. What day should we do it? But what we're gonna do, and Tuesdays of course are what do we call it?
Validations?
Tuesdays are validations, Fridays are Q&As. Mondays is probably the day to do it then if I think about it. What do we do on Mondays normally?
Right. There would have been a blog about that. So Monday that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So this is something new coming soon. It could be a Tuesday, I don't know, maybe put it on a Wednesday, it could be on a Saturday.
He's saying something new is coming soon.
That was the thingy we were talking about.
Oh, okay, well you shouldn't be doing it on a Tuesday.
That still needs fine tuning.
Then we should do it on a Wednesday then, because we're not doing the thingy webs anymore. There's no reason why we couldn't do both of them, but let's do it on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Because Tuesdays we definitely always sometimes have validations. So Wednesdays, it used to be known as What's Up Wednesdays, right? We're going to be introducing and this is all on Miguel, so shout out to Miguel if he's on the stream right now, is a Royal Rumble of 32 of our statues that we've ever made will go up for a 16. It won't be a 16. It will be. There'll be 16 rounds. So you know, and is it 16? How would you call it? Brackets. 16 brackets. I think is that what you were saying. And it was a Royal Rumble tournament where you have
like that.
Yeah. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 8.
16.
8.
Well.
Yeah, there'll be 16 fights. Over the first 8 weeks will be all of the characters, and that's, grouping in groups of 8. So there's 16 fighters. Is that right? No, there's 32 fighters. No, that's the top bracket. There's 2 brackets of that. Oh no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. You're right.
Knackles on the street.
Hey, Shaggy, how's it going? King of the Ring, not Royal Rumble. King of the Ring. Would that be King of the Ring? Why is it King of the Ring? It's Royal Rumble. They're all fighting each other, and only one remains. It's Royal Rumble.
It's King of the Monsters.
King of the Monsters.
That's King of the Monsters. Royal Rumble. Oh, remember the arcade game? Oh,
Which one? Oh yeah, WWE back in the day.
Yeah.
WWF probably back in the day.
yeah. Worldwide.
You gotta say game.
Yeah.
And it was Mr. Perfect all the time. This one, Mr. Perfect back in the day. Yeah, so Royal Rumble was only 1 round. King of the Ring is okay. King of the Ring. King of the Hill. All right, so as knockout tournament with brackets. All right, King of the Ring. All right, King of the Ring. And is the King of the Ring just two versus 2? Yeah, this is it. I love this game.
Yeah, it was fun.
Mr. Perfect surely was there.
Is he in there?
Second like this. Yeah, there he is, Mr. Perfect. So it's King of the Ring, and what's going to be is 16 contestants fighting against each other. There are some big hitters, some small hitters.
What the hell is that? What the hell is that?
Hey, you think you know what's going to be, and you can make predictions based on who you think is going to win. We'll be running that over the next 8 weeks for their brackets, and then we'll continue to go. So there will be exactly 15 weeks of mashups. 15 weeks, and then we'll run it all over again with different characters. And it'll be interesting to see. Who do you think is going to win this one? You reckon? Yeah. Oh, that's a big hitter right there.
Yeah.
OMG. Yeah, it's gonna be. Can we gamble on it? Yes, Mr. Pachulia, they are released statues.
They should be rated in points, because it could be like a popularity contest. You know, like they should like rate it, like each have a rating, and then you score it, add the scores up.
I don't understand.
Well, how do you like? Well, you just do a straight fight off. So like,
no, it's a poll every week, and the poll is going to work like this, Charles. It's going to be
some polls where they can add up the score.
No,
tally up the score.
No, what's going to happen is we're going to put it on the main page, because the main page allows you to go 2 pictures, right? Which one do you want?
And
right?
And everyone clicks on the left.
But I think they've changed it now.
Is it fixed?
I think they have fixed it, right?
I hope so.
Then we can then share that into the club, and therefore we should hopefully get more people to see it, because you can share it out, right? Those versus those, yeah. So that will be.
So it will be involving people out of the club to vote.
Right. Courtney Jenkins, first for PUBG.
First for PUBG.
Yeah, pretty much. Is this a first thing about this? Is we don't talk about it. Fight Club.
It's out of the club.
True that.
We're not going to talk about it. We'll just let it.
Alex Pachulia says Majora's Mask in Artorias in the finals. I can tell you that this is only 16, and we're going to be doing this. There's only 16. We're going to be doing this time and time again. Those that are limited. What we should do is those that are in the last 2.
I saw this as well.
The bronze match is the 3rd and 4th place, right?
Yeah.
3rd and 4th place will also be there as well. Actually, there's 16 weeks because 3rd and 4th place need a fight as well. So, what happens with the winners? Well, it's bragging rights. What can you do with the winners? There is. It's just who is the winner of season 1. It will be interesting to see. It'll just be interesting to see. I'll be very interested to see
this. Should have done it in the World Cup style.
This is World Cup style.
Slap more in groups.
This is the first group.
No, is it?
Yeah.
So it's gonna go like that.
There's like group 1, and then group 2, and group 3, and group 4, and then
and then you tally it up as a scoring system, like you know how football.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah. Well, then you go against each other. But then we have the top ones of the last groups, then fight for the grand finale, and we're talking huge hitters here.
All right, Miguel, just on that out.
that is going to come, yeah? Then that's going to go in there, yeah?
It's easy.
All right, yeah. Then who's going to win between those two?
Who's two? Oh, that.
You reckon?
And that. And that. That.
Mate, you've even got that one.
I know, but that's going to...
Okay, just because of, right? Okay, so imagine that.
Because of that.
Then this...
This will go through easily.
Right.
And then that... It'll be that one for sure.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah,
out of that and
okay,
that,
yeah.
that's going to go through again.
Right.
Yeah, and then out of that against that.
Yeah, good luck with that.
That will go
okay,
again.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so it's there.
Yeah. In the finals.
I don't know what the hell is that. I don't care about that. This one will go all the way here.
All right, so then that versus that is going to be crazy final.
Yeah.
Oh, who's going to win that one? Tell me.
Yeah, I know that.
Who?
That.
You want to put money against it?
Yeah.
How much? 10 G's?
Oh,
not GG's, like 10 Hong Kong?
This and this, yeah. This two, yeah?
That's definitely going to be the final, I reckon.
Yeah. All right.
Then you think this is going to be the winner, right?
Yeah.
Don't know about that.
How long we've got to wait now? Wait. We're going to wait.
Authenticated
wait 3 months for the result of that.
Which we know what's going to happen already, yeah? Yeah, we'll see.
all in on that statue. BB Ho. All right then.
I wonder whether that's too long. That's 16 weeks. If we're going to go through...
You know how, like in World Cup, they all fight against each other. They all, not fight, they all play against each other. And it's like added up by scores. That's more fair, right?
Okay, yes.
That's
that versus that. Oh, I see. So it's sort of like if you win, you get 3 points. If you lose, you get 0 points.
Yeah.
And if you draw,
you get 1 point.
Each.
Yeah, you get 1 point.
There'll be no drawing though.
No drawing. Yeah, but it just seems fair, right? Because that's totally gonna, annihilate the competition within that top tier, this section. And this bottom half is definitely going to be that.
So you want to see how they rank overall, not just who's going to get annihilated, but whether they actually go in order with each other. Because then the question is, how are you going to figure out the order?
Miguel?
I'll tell you what you could do is almost ask the guys who is going to be ranked in what order. In perfect order. When we announce the brackets, right? How about this, Chocks?
Whoever gets it right in the correct order, all 8 of them or whatever it is, yeah?
There you go.
In the right
5,000 reward points.
Wow.
That's more like it. That's how you do it, yeah?
Well, that's all right. That's easy for that's more people can participate. Cause
yeah.
It's much easier to do that.
All right, that's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it if you can get the order of 16 correct, 5,000 reward points.
16. Wow.
Yeah, 16 in it. 8 times by 2.
All right.
The problem is, there's going to be a lot of people that are on the same.
Right.
How would that work then?
The first one to get it right?
No, I don't mean... No. Every person who gets it right will get 5,000 reward points, right?
Uh-huh.
That might be too many points.
Might be too...
But what I mean is, how can they tell... Like, for example, it's very possible if they're doing... Everyone is 3, 3, 3, 3. There's no... Like, if you do... it's like goal difference.
Yeah. There's
no goal differences here. Or do we do that by points?
By points?
I mean, by votes.
Maybe it's like...
Maybe by votes.
Yeah, like say...
So let's say the people, 2 people get 3, right?
All right. We're given specific categories.
Let's say, for example, we get 0, 0, 0, 0, and then you get a 3, right? Then they all got 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Those 3, 3, 3, 3, 3s, you look at how many votes they got. That's the way to do it. Per one. That's how you sort them out.
Okay. Yeah.
What about people skewing the votes? No one person is going to be able to skew the votes to make it theirs because they can't influence that much by it.
Like World Cup style. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Konnichiwa, Jay. Everyone, let's collude and we get 5k points. That's a good point.
So that's on a Wednesday then?
Yeah, we'll do that on a Wednesday. We'll kick that off this Wednesday, yeah? We're going to talk to Miguel. We're going to do it in a, as you say... So they're going to fight against each other. That's going to be... How can you even do that?
There's going to be like more voting polls. Like maybe 2 or 3 polls on a Wednesday.
Nah, that's probably too much, to be honest with you. The way to do it is simply work out how many votes.
Alright.
So after everyone's been tallied up, it's... But what we're going to do is, at the end of that week, we got to snapshot that time. It doesn't matter because it's an open poll.
Yeah.
Or maybe you can end the results. You can end the results, maybe.
You can?
I think so. You can stop the results.
Yeah, I think you can, yeah.
Yeah, and that's so
Yeah,
end of the week,
you
yeah.
can, yeah.
And then because no one's like trying to influence it to match their thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So there's no reason why we can't give them the list now.
We'll just make sure it's fine first. Not now. We don't want to give it now. It's not done yet.
The characters are done.
Have we made that?
Yes, of course we have.
What is it? Have
It's
we made that?
Of course we have.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hey. Indeed. All right, guys, we're going to go through the list.
Just make sure. I was having a memory loss there.
This is, of course,
what the hell was that?
this is, you know what that is, yeah?
Yeah, now I remember.
Okay,
Yeah. I was
All right, guys, we're going to go through the list. The way it's going to work is it's going to be, again, over 16 weeks. The order is going to be done by, of course, the knockouts. I'm looking for the order of the 16. Those that get it right...
Just type it out on the stream.
Write them all out?
Yeah, write them all out on the stream.
All right. Is 5k probably a bit too much? I don't know how many people are going to win it. That's my problem. Let's say all 44,000 people join it and get it right. Okay, we're going to kind of slightly, because we're not sure, we're going to go 2k points.
Is there a deadline?
Is there a deadline? There's no deadline. The deadline is before we start it.
Alright then.
I will write an actual poll. I will write something, and then of course once it starts before Wednesday's kickoff, I'm gonna cut off no more thing. No, nothing can be added to it. Okay. All right. Here we go. How do I write something? Comment.
You're not display it on the stream? I think we can display it on the stream.
Display it on the stream. Oh, write it in like that, you mean, yeah? Okay. That's a way to do it. By the way, what do you guys think about this? Yeah, hit that overlay. Do you guys think this is cool?
Yeah, were you guys actually following?
Yeah, this is because you guys are like, oh, there's something missing in the club. I don't like it anymore. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no more free
sad.
points.
Made me sad. So I thought, what can we do to try and spice this up a little bit? So here we go. Text. Test. Okay, you're gonna make that blue.
Good luck, guys.
Is that appearing? Yeah. Okay. Here we go. What is it called? King of the Ring, yeah? F4F King of the Ring. Entrant. Participants. What do you guys people think about it? How will you confirm our predictions? Xavier, what you're going to do is I'm going to do a post later today, right? And it's going to be, these are the entrants. Then you need to write in your expected order what it is. Hold on, just to be clear. Can they edit? If I turn off commenting, can you edit it subsequently? Because it will give edit history, right?
Right.
Like if you've edited it after I've closed it, but like, nah, man.
No.
Right?
You've got to freeze the messages, right?
But even if I turn off commenting, can you edit after turning off commenting? Is the point. When admin turns off a commenting, can you edit it? Because if you can, then this whole thing doesn't work, right? Do you know what I mean? We'll test that out. We'll figure out ways to do it. Even if it's something like email in or whatever it's got to be, right? Okay, so here are the participants.
Anyone that edits their comment will be disqualified. I don't want to go through every single edit. I'll just say, oh, there's an editor comment?
Yeah, sure.
Disqualified.
Sure.
You have to type it in, and that's your final answer.
Here we go. Monkey. Number 1. Monkey King. Monkey King.
Monkey King.
Good luck, Monkey King.
Go on, Monkey King.
Am I releasing the brackets as well? Or am I randomizing this?
Just you don't have to.
Yeah, I'm right. Okay, okay, what?
Yeah.
Zora Tunic Link is number 2. Again, this is not in order, so they will be different. They will be randomized. Alcatraz.
There will be random 9s.
Lucky Cat Mario. Number 5.
Yeah, anyone caught editing their comment will be disqualified.
Pac-Man. Fighter Kirby. Fighter Kirby.
Why did you put the difference between like exclusive and
He
non-exclusive?
doesn't. Where?
Like
He-
that.
he-
Nah.
Yeah, he doesn't need to do that. I've just ignored it here.
It's like
Yeah.
You know, the cherries the cherries
Cherries win.
cherries
Fatality.
win. Yeah.
Number 8. Alex, like, what the fuck is Alcatraz? Number 8 is Ryo Hazuki. Number 9 is Artorias.
SD.
Number 10.
Yeah, this is Artois EX. It
Yeah,
could be
yeah,
SD.
Shadow
What's the shadow?
Hedgehog.
Hey Alexandra, thanks for joining.
Let's put it on Hedgehog.
That's right, Andrew. You gotta guess the winners in the correct order. All 16.
Item 2, Mega Man. PS is in stock, go buy him. Number 12 is... Where do we see that?
Where you at?
I gotta find them. Number 12. Number 12. Twilight Princess Link PVC. Number 13 is... Tails. Number
Tales
14.
from the Crypt.
Skull Kid. Number 15. I see this one. This one. Oh yeah. Yeah. 8 and a half. Tails. And 16 is... Shh. No, I did Shadow, didn't I? There's Shadow. Supersonic. Wow, there's a lot of Sonic stuff in there.
Supersonic.
There you go, guys. That is the lineup.
There's a lot of Sonics there. Oh yeah.
No one will get 16 in a row. I don't know about that. We'll see how the first one goes. So here are the F4F King of the Ring participants. Number 1, Monkey King. 2, Zoro Tunic Link. 3, Alcatraz. 4, Lucky Cat Mario. 5, Pac-Man. 6, Fighter Kirby. 7, Metal Sonic. 8, Ryo Hazuki. Number 9, Artorias. Number 10, Shadow the Hedgehog. 11, Item 2 Mega Man. Number 12, Twilight Princess Link PVC. Number 13, Tails. Number 14, Skull Kid. Number 15, 8.5 Tails. And number 16, Supersonic. How do you determine the placement of the first round? So they're all randomly mixed up with whoever fights first. It doesn't matter who fights first, does it? Oh, who do you think is going to be in the final? Jeremy thinks RT and Zora Link. Kevin Bookbinder, what is 8.5 Tails? It's a piece that's been made. It's a piece that's been made. See, Alex says Skull Kid and RT. Jeremy thinks RT and Zora. It's very interesting. Well, who do you guys think will be in the final? Yeah, so what we've got to do is, you've got to, when I give, obviously I'm going to write this in the club, you need to come up with your participants of what the order of winner to, in the order of the rank. Who's going to be number 1 and who's going to be number 16. You've got, the way that's done is by simply going, it's just going to be simply their number placement. So when they go vote against each other, whoever has the highest will of course move on to the next fight. and they keep on going, right? So it's going to be like a tournament bracket. They're going to keep going. You know, there's going to be 8 matches, goes down into 4, it goes into 2, goes into 1. And therefore, the total votes will be the determinant between, let's say, those that don't go on to the next level. So in the first round of 8, those that don't go on, they will be the bottom, they'll be the lower 8 of 16. And then from there, we will then count how many numbers they are. So after the first 8 weeks, we can already tell you what the lower 8 is going to be and what order they're in. So that will be the explanation for that. Don't worry, Callum. We'll say top. We'll do it in order. Number 1 down to 16. Number 1 to 16.
Don't worry, guys. Just check out Alex's post later on.
Yeah, I'll write that up. Yeah. It's going to be cool. 2,500 points to those that get it right. Let's see how many. I don't know what the damage is going to be before we see this. If I find that like 10,000 you get it right, I'll be a bit worried. Yeah, that's right, Andrew. Technically, but you will see the bracket list. You will see the order that they're fighting, because it will make a difference. It will make a difference of who they're fighting, because you need to think about whoever's going to be meeting face to face, head to head. If you think that the you know, because obviously it's split down the middle, so you have to look at the lower level, the lower bracket, and the top bracket, the top half and on the bottom of the top half, and then you will then see who's in the final, and then you can, after you predict who's going to be in the final, you know who to put 1 and 2. Is the point. So I'll explain it again in the post, but what I'm expecting is the order of number 1 to 16 in terms of popularity. Simple as that, and we'll figure that out by the lower half. Well, it should make sense. I mean, I need to sort of write it down so in a way that it's clear. Yeah, Jay, you need to know who they're fighting. Once you know who they're fighting, you can better guess where their placement will be. Because you might say, oh, it's really easy. This character is going to win. And then that character is... You might say, oh, yeah, this person's first, that person's second, that person's third. Just by looking at that list. But that's not how it works. Because let's say that the person that you think would be second is actually facing against the person who's going to be number 1. Well, that means that that person never makes it to the final. What? That's your winner.
No.
8.5 tails. That's some of my best work, mate.
That's your best work, isn't it?
John Cena, yeah. Kevin Bookbinder. Because you said because he says 8.5 tails. Because Chocks may, if you bribe Chocks all of a sudden. How is it that? It's so very interesting. Skull Kid versus Artie in the first round. And that's a great example. If you imagine, let's say you think Artorias. So, you know, if you just look at the list, you go, okay, yeah, Artorias is going to be number 1, followed by Skull Kid, followed by Zorlink, you know, something like that. Well, if the brackets of Artorias versus Skull Kid is there at the beginning, and in the first round, Skull Kid would never be second, Artorias would never be second, one of them would have to lose, and therefore would be immediately in the bottom half. So that's the beauty of this. That's the difficulty of it. And that's why each week can be... It's very important to know where they're going to position. So,
what's the odds? What's the odds of getting every single thing right?
I don't know. We'll see. What do you guys think of this idea? Is this something that you'll be looking forward to? Do you think it's a nice sort of way to keep a little bit of sort of spice in the club? Let me know in the comments if you think this is a good idea, a meh idea, something that you'll be looking forward to participating in, to see how they go. If it's something that you guys like, we will run it every week, and we will continuously, as soon as this bracket's over, we'll continue going. There's no stop to this. Everyone can participate at the beginning, right, Chocks? Then we can, and it's not like you can't use the same characters again. It's all to do with the characters in the tournament brackets. Could be interesting. It's like a World Cup. It's only good if Dark Souls wins. Yes, Johnny, but it's not just about it winning. It's not. That's not how you win the thing. You win it by getting all 16 correctly ordered. That's the point. Shadow versus Metal Sonic for round 1. Well, we'll see how they're going to be done. This is going to be interesting. I think we'll see. If no one participates in it, then we won't bother doing it anymore. We'll just try it.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes, isn't it?
It's something like, you know how we used to do like competitions and all that sort of stuff as well.
Yeah, we don't know until it's actually run.
Right, okay, can we now go ahead and do the
right?
The
That's the week in review done.
Yeah.
Temptation Thursdays, yay! All right. Last week's TT 101 was Chocks Xenoblade Chronicles, and that has currently sitting on 582 votes. 377 votes for yes, 205 votes for no.
The thoughts?
64.8% yes, and 35.2% no.
Very smoothly avoided.
Yeah. There you go, guys. So, yep. You know, as you guys are aware, Alex is in Las Vegas next week. So, you know, can it get higher than that by the time Alex gets there for his meetings? You guys decide. Right. Animal Crossing. TT 102. It's the Villagers with an S, not the Villager. All right, the Villagers. That currently sits at 333 votes, 188 yes votes, 145 votes are no votes. Kind of neck and neck. I believe it started off with majority choosing no, and then now people are starting to rally, get the word out, and that's been, you know, overtaken the no votes and sitting at 56.5% for the yes. So it's still 50-50 neck and neck.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I saw Villagers was actually no more, and now it's changed to more yes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay. And then, as you guys are aware, because of Animal Crossing taking over this week, next week's TT will go back to where it was before, which will be Earthbound. And then the following week after that will be Vagrant Story. So, Earthbound, Vagrant Story.
Are we going to do the next one?
You got something in your mind?
Not right now. We can come back to that later.
We'll come back to that later.
Okay. Alright, Chocks. We got winners. Quite a lot of them.
Alright, so last week's hashtag was hashtag F4F TFM. Obviously, True for Midnight. And obviously, I was told that we had over 500 viewers. So that would mean there are going to be 11 winners.
Just to know you, Callum, you can't come up with a list without knowing their placements.
Yeah.
That's the point, Callum. You can't just go through the order of popularity based on that. It's all about where they are head to head. That's the point. For example, let's say who do you think is the first and second? You think the 9th is Artorias, followed by Skull Kid. Okay, here's a good example. If Artorias is number 1 in your mind and Skull Kid is number 2, but they are fighting against each other in the first round, well, one must fall. And if one must fall, then Skull Kid will actually be, let's say, for example, Skull Kid or Artorias, they lose, they can only be maximum height is number 8 in the list. That's the point. That's the point. So yeah, just wanted to give you a heads up on that. So you cannot make your predictions based on this without seeing the brackets. And some of them are going to be quite tough.
Tougher than others.
Yeah. It's like going over their powers as characters. Imagine with the Thunderdrome, yeah. Alrighty. Holy moly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah,
11 winners. 11 winners. For last week's Friday Q&A with Chocks A number 70, we had over 500 people on the stream. Thank you so much for doing that. Amazing, right? I'm going to kick through these because there are a lot of winners to get through. I will tell you, there is, if your name begins with an S, So these are all the winners, right?
Yeah.
SECNSMNGSNM. It's quite a lot of repeats there, to be honest with you.
Yes.
SECNSMAGSNM. SNM.
P, please, Carol. A consonant, Carol. A vowel.
All right then. Alright, here we go. First one, Stephanie Haggis Schultz. Congratulations to Stephanie. Next, Eric Utamolin. Congratulations. 500 war points for you. Cody Weaver is next up. Well done on that. We've got Nathan Harty. Congrats. Shatsi Ulrich. Now, these are very new names for me. So that's good. Because that's great. Next one is Marcos Navarro. Congratulations. We have Andrew Gersman. How's it going? Well done on that. Gabriel Gutierrez. Congrats on that. Sarah Dallas. Well done. Nick Smith. And last but not least, Michael White. The likelihood is that they are 5 times likely not to be on the stream because it was 500 versus 100. But yes, congratulations. Right. Is there any winner of them there? Any of those? We have a Stephanie, but unfortunately it's not Swan. The second name was also an S, but unfortunately it was not.
Andrew Gertzman should be there.
Is he on the stream?
Andrew's still on the stream?
Was he on the stream before earlier?
Yeah, I believe so.
Or is it?
Unless it's a different Andrew.
No. So congrats to the winners. We were Michael White, not lie. So that's where we're at.
Yay!
This week's hashtag is hashtag F4F King of the Ring.
Bloody hell, that's a long one.
Let's go. KOTR. And it's not Knights of the Old Republic. It's KOTR. Hashtag F4F KOTR. Hashtag KOTR for a chance to win 500 war points chosen at random for 3 lucky winners at the moment. Hashtag F4F KOTR for a chance to win 500 war points. King of the Ring.
Pinned.
All these people only came on because TFM hears listening to these guys hours on end, and what do we get? Nothing. Sorry, Alex. I do apologise. Alrighty. Q&A.
Q&A time, guys. I'm just going to post the Q&A thread in the club again. So if any questions for Alex, make sure you put that in that thread.
Yeah. Alrighty. Randy Gerards, can you someday do an interview or Q&A with one or more sculptors? I think that's a great idea. I'd probably get that as a blog post, to be honest with you. It'd be nice for Miguel to do that.
Yeah, a blog post would be nice. So it's something can be kept.
Yep. Randy Gerards, instead of not showing a new reveal when the club hits 50k, can you show us a sneak from the vault? Yeah, that's a possibility. Possible. Michael Russi, don't know if it's been asked in previous Q&As, but how is Fighter X lean issue being addressed? Will there be a thicker prong? Well, we're making some replacements and we're finishing off the production run, and we're using some sort of bracket system that and we need to test it. We're going through that testing phase, work on that. So yeah, definitely something that we appreciate could be a concern. Chris Athey, how is the progress of Modern Metal Sonic? You know what? I haven't done anything on that. Got some feedback on Helicopter, so working on that. But yeah, depending on how it sells, if it doesn't perform as well as expected, will that cause issues for the development of Modern Amy Rose or Modern Sonic line? Yes, as always will. It always will do. Yeah, of course, we always have to look at that. Denise Skip, do you need permission from the big end for adding the display case or only for the base? Did you need permission? I mean, of course. I mean, permission in the sense that we made it and submitted it and it got approved. As opposed to... Well, and in that respect, yes, is the answer, of course. Jamie Bailey. Alright, Chocks, that's another one wrapped up.
Go on, carry on. I'm your host, what?
I'm your host, Alex.
And I'm Chocks. See you later. No, I don't say see you later. I just say laters.
Dennis Kip, last week I asked how you were going to sell items at Gamescom. Accepting euros, how will you calculate the currency versus USD? I missed this. Can't find the answer in the recap. The answer is over to Jeff. Make sure he sort of looks into that as well.
What?
How to take the lolly at Gamescom.
Oh, yeah. I had that conversation with him today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Any conclusion?
Bit tricky. PayPal and all that stuff. Yeah.
Cash?
Conversions and all that stuff as well. Yeah, but cash, how, on what rates?
No.
Pounds? Do we take it in pounds?
No, of course not. We're taking euros.
No,
That's
no,
the currency of
that's
Germany.
a question we need to ask John, the finance man.
How about Deutschmark? Do you guys still do that? Pascal Mouchard. So if each release we get 1k or more members, then in about 1 to 3 months we should get to the 50k, which would mean no reveal yet. So if that happens, would there be more milestones? Are you when we get there? Once we get there, you tell us one thing: the production stage without any name. Also, Taki's production video. We're looking forward to them. Trello is not listed for Canada. Yeah, it is.
What?
Oh, you mean Taki's product? What's on Trello right now?
Well,
has Taki put that already?
Trello has been updated a couple of times this week, and I believe Asia region and
Taki's on
Canada,
there. Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
so no Canada yet.
Yeah, don't worry. It will go up there. Don't worry. Just give it time. Same happened with the Asia region with what was it? The Sonic.
In terms of the milestone, I'm really not sure. I think we're probably going to take away milestones because it's hard to predict when it's going to be. We might just simply say, oh, okay guys, we're ready to do it. The next milestone is, and when because what we used to do before Chocks was like, oh, it's 15k, see you at 20k. Oh, it's 20k, see you at 25k. Yeah. Then you're on 25k, okay, we'll see you at 35k. And now it's not going to be, now once we know, and once we're ready to show something, we'll say, okay, we have it ready. We'll see you in the next K or the next 5k or whatever it's going to be. Once we know closer to the time, because we said, oh, we'll see you at 50k at 35k.
Well, we'll see you at 75k when it was at 50k.
No, we can't say that.
The 50k is to announce what's going to happen at 75k.
No. When we're ready to show it and we feel like we've developed enough,
yeah, of course, yeah.
Then we'll just say, okay, we've got it, guys. We're ready to show it. Let's get to that and let's get there, and then people have looked forward to that. Right now, we were silly to say 50k when we had no idea how long it was going to take.
75k.
Kevin Da Fonseca, do you have plans for a Bloodborne license? Nope, it's too crowded right now. Will you make something for Guts here? Yep, we're looking into that. Do not worry. Jake Mayer, can you tell me what thoughts on Nanasei's poll for MIFA hitting whatever 1,000 yes votes? I thought. I was impressed with that, and I wanted to see how it would do. What I told actually had a PM conversation with Nanasei, and that was basically to say that 1,000 doesn't mean anything for Zelda. What means anything is how that rates against another. So that is why I put the Breath of the Wild poll out there, and to see MIFA do so, knowing that Nanasei's poll went okay. And then running a poll yesterday that's gone for just over 24 hours, sort of 30 hours, to see MIFA at the top. That and Nanasei's makes it more interesting. It has to be sort of stacked amongst each other. I know it's still early days on my poll. Let's see how that progresses. But, you know, no doubt.
I want to point out that, like, I know Nanasei posted that image of the render.
Yeah.
Just, I don't want any confusion for new members that join in. It doesn't reflect that actual render, right? If that makes sense. It's just a character. For now, it's just a character based on on that poll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people talk about, you know, is there any sort of this one here. That's her official art. Okay. 2. In your meetings in Vegas, is it just you representing F4F, or are there others with me? There will be, of course, my partner John. He will be there. What used to happen was John used to be the only person who went to these meetings because that's what he was really doing. And then I started going 2 years ago, and this will be my third time. Number 3, how about that hype video, Alex? You might not be blonde, but say you're spitting image of all my... I appreciate that. That was only discovered in the group, in the admin group, saying, oh wow, I can't believe that was... I thought it was just a random picture, or, video, of which we've seen many of. But no, it wasn't. It was actually tailor-made and it was just fantastic. So great job on that, Jacob. Big smile to my face, and I really appreciate that. It was excellent. Here we go for some shout-outs. Shout-out to Thomas Lane, Jamie B in the house. Congratulations on your shout-out. Because what he's trying to say is, I, Alex Davis, am going to sign over absolutely nothing to my father this week because he is awesome. Alex Walker in the house, shout out to you. F4F is love, F4F is life. What's going on, Stephen? Shout out to Kaylee Lee Haynes. John Morales in the house, Jonathan Lopez, Michelle Kessel, Larissa Walker, and last but not least, Lilith. I've been seeing quite a few of those in the stream, so a nice one, guys. Lilith. Alex Walker, can we expect SD Solaire pre-order soon? The answer is yes, and maybe a Praiser Sun variant, we shall see. Troy Blair, is there still a chance for Rider Lane to be pre-ordered this year, or has that been definitely pushed back to next year? The answer is we really don't know. It's more likely to be early next year, I would expect. Maybe the first of the year, who knows? Number 2, you talked about getting with the IT department and having a pause for payment plans. Have you ever thought about doing a forward payment option as well? The answer is yes. The answer is we do allow people to do that if they contact CS manually, but I think that might be a better way to automate it, and that's a great point, and I'll discuss it accordingly. Number 3, I remember you saying that you got the last bill from the factory for Majora's Mask, so that means it's wrapping up. Is that, with this being said, does that mean the second batch of Majora's Mask X might be earlier than expected, as you thought it's still be looking around late July to be delivered into our homes? Well, the point is, they are now probably sort of gathering it up, so with it being late July, no, it shouldn't be late July, it should be late June, I would say. I would have thought. Have you ever thought about getting into a bust? Getting into bust with characters, doing a bust? The answer is yes. For sure. Number 5, will there only be 2 pre-orders for The Legend of Zelda in 2018? We shall see. 6, do you have any something in the works for Legend of Zelda OOT 20th anniversary? The answer is I wouldn't announce anything like that. Like, just like that. It would have to be announced in a way, in a bit more, a razzle-dazzle if it were going to be announced or something like that. 7, what all ideas for The Legend of Zelda are you going to pitch for Nintendo? There's so many opportunities, which is why we're doing these polls. Number 8, how do you decide what ideas to throw at the big end with these polls? Ronald Jacobs. Before I go to see Deadpool, I want to say have fun in Vegas. One question is, thanks very much. One question is, one of the 2 unknown Zelda statues not Breath of the Wild related? Nod if it's yes. Oh, it's quite So there is.
One question is, one of the 2 unknown Zelda statues not Breath of the Wild?
Is there any? Oops. This is obviously is.
Is it?
That's already quite a lot, but I'm just thinking, what's
this one?
gonna be like begging it, like you won't believe. Gonna be begging it. Absolutely begging for it. Ronald Jacobs. Oh no, you already just did that one. Lilith. So I heard that they can't ship batteries for the exclusive versions of Australia for custom reasons. I was wondering if they need batteries for Definitive 2. The answer is batteries, whatever reason, whatever edition, zero choice can go to Australia. Martin, any Yakuza updates? The answer is no. Giovanni Carmina news. I believe Kanako's now submitted it. Alphonse update, we're still making the changes. Where do we stand on Jin? No change. Though I said that we want to see Mugen go into the marketplace and see what that means. But Jin would never make Jin in a million years if it was simply just the standard way that we did Mugen. There would have to be a definitive version. Number 4, Wolf's Rain TT in the near future. What's Wolf Rain? Is that one by
That's the anime.
Oh, I like Wolves. What's the one I'm thinking of with the Telltale company?
Oh, that's yeah, I know what you mean.
Wolf Among Us.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, Chocks is in charge of the TTs, so maybe that can go on the list. I do like Wolves.
Wolves.
But is there anything? They look a bit generic. Is it a bit generic? They just look.
You want a brown wolf, white wolf, grey wolf?
They look a bit generic. The characters themselves. Am I seeing anything?
Look at that. Look at top right.
So right here.
Yeah. Eeny, meeny, miny.
Combo pack. What is that? Alrighty. So any Yu-Gi-Oh news? Nothing to report. Christina Marie. Good evening to you all. I have a series of questions for True 4 Minute Definitive Edition. Regarding the lights, is there a chance we can have both UV and LED lights that can switch with the controller? Oh, if it's the light bulbs, can we change out the bulbs so we can have normal lights? The answer is there should be replaceable lights. Replaceable bulbs. So if you really want to change it, I guess you could do that. We are not going to have it that they can interchange. In terms of the remote control doing that. Number 2, in regards to the UV lights, if it's light bulbs, if it needed to be replaced. We would need to make sure that the bulbs were kind of marketplace, kind of standard stuff, so we had to be checking into that. Will the shipper box with the display case also have the... I'm not sure about that. We had to go back into that about the shipper box. Well, I would have thought so. Yeah, they're like the definitive edition will be the number, and it'll be on both of them because it's going to be in 2 boxes. Will the case and Midna be shipped out at the same time? The answer is yes, should be. I can't tell you how many more TP-Link characters are being made in the future, or if the line is done. Everything is up to, now that we've done Midna, we're going to have much more clarity after Vegas. Ashley Sanderson, oh, I think I've finished work by then. Has there ever been an Imp Minute on herself, not by herself?
Will there ever be?
Oh, will there ever? Sorry. If I were going to do a Midna, I'd make a 1-to-1. No doubt in my mind. I'd make a 1-to-1 Midna.
Imp Midna, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Laurel or Yanni, what's that?
What's what?
Laurel or Yanni.
Audio clip.
What? I'm gonna have to listen to that. What?
Great. Eh?
Oh. What?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to listen to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. It's Laurel, of course. I'm gonna have to listen to that. It's Laurel, of course.
Don't you hear both?
What? It's Laurel.
You can hear both?
I can't hear anything. There's nothing there that says Yanni.
Go on, play again.
Okay, because of the... It's like... I'm going to turn off this because it gets me for yeah, so listen again. There's nothing there that says Yanni.
Play again.
Because of the... It's like...
Yeah.
You can hear both?
I'm going to turn off this because there's nothing there that says Yanni.
Go on, play again.
Because of the... It's like... There's nothing there that says I'm going to turn off this because it gets me for yeah, so it's like...
Yeah.
I'm going to turn off this. There's nothing there that says Yanni. Play again. Sorry, we still... sorry guys, we still... I thought I turned it back on. I do apologize. How can it be anything other than Laurel? They say they changed the sound? Sorry about that, guys. Sorry, okay, we're back. I need to go back and listen to that.
You can hear both when you adjust the bass levels.
So?
Both when you adjust the bass levels.
We'll have to listen back to that later. Sorry guys, this has gone on way too long. I need to go and ask. I need to go back and look into that. I'm intrigued. Uncle Scat. Oh, did I miss someone here? Kev Daltrey. What would it take for you to try and get something out of the vault? All I can say is, did you see what I posted earlier? It was the week in review. We didn't actually get to do that. The post of me, of someone holding the foot of Meta Ridley. It is huge. It is going to be very expensive. You need to start saving now. It's not going to be coming anytime soon, but you need to be saving up for it now if that's something that you're interested in. And I can tell you that Meta Ridley came out of the vault. Got him out. Uncle Scabs, are all men from the future loud-mouthed braggarts? Nope. I believe that that's not the case. Mr. Jambon, some numbers yet about Midnight and a definitive edition? No. Later. Philip Wool. How is the Okami LSB coming along? Any difficulties? Can we expect some juicy drop test footage? Yes, you can expect all drop test footage, and are there any difficulties? Not that I'm aware of just yet. What's good with the Varia suit updates? Just to the the booster design, showed you guys that update, and yeah, it's sort of starting the production, sort of getting into it. A lot of the casting has already been done. Matilda Brazil. I wanted to know where we stand for Jin and Full. There is nothing to report. Chandler Jeffcoat says cool. Lucinda Charles, how is Dracula? Any news on his PO date? Nope. We need to just still work on that face, finalize that face. You're right, I need to get that sorted. Kaylee Lee Haynes, are you guys going to continue the Katamari series allowed to get the King of Cosmos? The answer is nope. the sales did not warrant that. David Nadim, I first saw one of your comments that you guys had a meeting for the Yu-Gi-Oh! License. How did it go? It went interestingly. Did we have a meeting? I said we're going to say hello. Yeah, interesting. Chris Hildebrand Jr. Since the club is going to reach 50k soon, and most likely won't be a license reveal, how about some sneaks of an upcoming statue instead? Yeah, I mean, that's definitely something we can look into. Adam Algamal, will the UV lights of the mid display case eventually cause the paint to fade? And the answer is nope. It is not the light of the sun. The UV effect of that is not strong enough to make any change to the paint. Them too, if this definitive edition sells well enough, would you please consider making a definitive edition of Kiryu and Camel Troll, Redgate? You know, the answer is I would only do one. I would have to do a definitive of Kiryu to warrant even making it. Number 3, is Wolfling and Midna in a PVC up for consideration? Possibly. I don't know how I feel about that. 4, would you consider doing a Zant PVC? Or perhaps with the swords like in his final battle phase, making it distinguishable from his resin? I'm not sure how I feel about that. Just yet. Number 5, with statues getting more expensive, the possibility of breaking the 1k threshold, is there consideration for longer plexi pans? Say for 18, the answer is not really, because as I said, it's an issue with having to physically hold the stock. P.S. I hope you had a great day and currently waiting in line for a free tattoo from the Arizona pop-up store in the NYC. What are you getting done for your tattoo? Let us know. And thank you. Hope you have a great day too. James Bennington, I just wanted to say you guys are doing an awesome job. Keep it up. Hey, thanks. Chocks.
Yay.
Awesome job. High five. There you go. And can I get some more Sonic news or 1k points?
That's right, yeah. Where's my Sonic news? Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Sonic news. Yeah, just
to
say...
Sonic news this week. We did have the...
We had the GNF boys in town.
the GNF
Chocks,
boy.
over to you.
Yeah, had the GNF boy that came into the office. Yeah, it was a great conversation. We, they brought in the
fantastic partners.
As we were saying, the first the Boom 8 series, both Sonics did very well. They brought in the next in the line, and hopefully we can get that up very, very soon for you guys. We looked at the physical product, and it's great. It's a great addition to the Boom 8 series.
Yep.
And we saw some extra characters down the road, and man, they're looking very good as well. And we look forward to having that up on our website soon as well. So the Boom 8 series is going to do well. There's more coming from that line. Maybe something new as well, but that's another conversation for another day. And then you guys obviously saw that resin piece that was at the Korea show. We saw that in physical form. The guy brought that over all the way from Korea to Hong Kong in our office. We played around with it, and yeah, we really liked it as well. And hopefully, when the time comes, hopefully we can have something very special for you. Yes, but hopefully things go well, because it's what month is next month? Next month is June, isn't it? Someone's birthday in June. Who would it be? So keep an eye out, Sega Sonic fans.
Yep. Lewis Smith, is Spyro PVC an impossibility, or is it just a matter of time? I think the answer is more information after Vegas. We've got a meeting with Activision. Brendan Freely, what would happen if I sell my Neon Snake of the Essential Edition and that person and I both order the next in the line, considering we both registered our statues? Do I get that right to that number since I have the X with the number on it? It's a great question, and the answer is... they can't register it. Only one person can register the Definitive Edition. The Definitive Edition is registered. If you authenticate your Definitive Edition, then you have authenticated your Definitive Edition. You cannot give it to someone else, even if you give out one of your editions, your Neon Snake or whatever it is. You cannot both have that number. He may have that, and even if you had different, the same card across all of them, they would all be the same number. would be my understanding. So you can't have that scenario. Is that your second or third Chocks?
My last packet.
Then you have 10 minutes to wait. You know the rules. 1 an hour. Don't bloody jump ahead of the queue.
I'll just grab someone else's snack.
I'm keeping it up, Chocks. Just, you can smell it for the next 10 minutes, but no eating. You have 3 hours to ration them all.
Hurry up!
Number 2, with the scenario above, and what Stephen mentioned this week about Snake Editions being inflated because the variants in the close future making all the variants with the only S and not pointing to the X. The answer is no, I won't do that. I like the purity of going into the next in the line. The 3, but of course, in terms of the actual, of course, you could have, let's say the Neon X is really high up. Let's say it's like 500, but we only make, what is it, 175 of them. It still has the wording that says there was 175 of them. That shouldn't affect that, Chocks.
All right.
No, I believe. Number 3, regardless of you know, cases is something we've been talking about a lot recently, and whether or not we go ahead and start creating a whole line. The answer to that is probably looking like more likely than not. There's a lot of things we need to work about when we're working through the definitive edition and we finalize what we're doing for Midna. We would then be able to use that knowledge and apply that to a range. So I do expect that to be something that we start offering in the distant future. We need to get through definitive.
Yeah.
Then we figure that out. Brennan Rastello, you mentioned that you have any plans for the you mentioned you have some plans for the numbering system. Any chance of elaborating on them? Not right now. Not right now. But don't worry, Addies, you will be our sounding block. So please, I look forward to having that discussion with you guys. Sarah Arrington, number 1, when you speculated as SD Castlevania, were you serious? Did I speculate one? I don't recall. But
really?
I don't recall. 2, when will F4F Plush be making a debut? Not for a while. We've still got to get some things to sort out. Would you be open for random contests? The virtual pet site does this. Randomly pick out the theme and have 24 hours to complete the contest. Talk to Jessica C for more information. Okay, let's talk to Jessica C. Run that by Chocks. Chocks is in charge of that. Anything new to share with Warpstar? It's almost time for painting. Randy Gerards, do you make the display cases yourself, or is that done through a partnership? Ourselves. I think the following will work for display cases that has already been released. 3 different sizes, small, medium, large, and for each list, the approximate statue that it will fit in. Is that something you plan on doing? Yep. I think that's a great idea. That's probably a better idea, rather than just making it for this statue, to actually say, these statues can fit in this. That's probably a good way to do it, isn't it, Chocks? Magister Ocho, can you find a better way to give away points? A lot of people, including me, don't get notifications and such points until it's too late. I get a notification of this post 8 hours later.
Why is that?
But the key word is right there, guys. It's right there. Edgar Ramirez, will Meta Knight look in place with Warpstar Kirby? Absolutely in scale. Or will there be a new post made to match better than them? No, they're in scale. Oh, just no. Will we see more modern Sonic statues in the line, such as Tails, Knuckles, and Metal Sonic? The answer is yeah. Sure. If there is support, we will make it all. Randy, when a statue is shipped from the warehouse, does the order get a tracking code on the F4F website? I think it's just emailed to you guys directly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alessio Bucci, how is Various Suit production going? Do you think it'll be shipped in August, September? Yep, I hope so. Alessio Bucci, do you think it's a great idea to develop a character in 3D and then open a pre-order for the character in both 1/4 and 1/6 scale? Same pose and every time, and same everything, and maybe a little cheaper. People could then buy the one they think fits better with their space without saying it's too big for me. What do you think? You say that 1/4 is the right value for money, but I think this will boost sales. It's a great question. I'm normally quite hesitant to try and open up pre-orders on a 3D render. Could I be convinced otherwise? Possibly, but it's kind of like a little bit semi-cheaty, if that makes sense. I don't know. Shouldn't we invest the money? Hey, it's less risk to us. Probably more thought is needed to go into that. Nana say, hey guys, I think it would be a great idea if you run a series of Meet the Artists and put the artists on the spotlight. These would be shed some light on the background of these incredible artists that make our statues. Yeah, you know, as I think Randy asked that originally, and the answer is yeah. I think that's something that could be a great blog post that we could sort of spotlight on that, as well as meet the F4F team as well. Some of that as well. Chris Medeiros, with the introduction of the definitive edition of Midna, have you looked at the possibility of other statues coming up for pre-order, or are you waiting to see how Midna does first? Oh, the answer is absolutely. We definitely will be. And the answer is there one for Banjo? The answer is no, there isn't. But, you know, this is something that we wanted to really see how this goes, and therefore you won't really see the fruits of that. The things that we're thinking about now, we look at seeing, does this warrant a definitive, and if so, what would it be? Nana say, if you were a WWE wrestler, what would your finishing move be? The Tee or the RTF? Or would you not have a finish at all, like just like F4F doesn't finish the line? Boo this man! You got Chuckles chuckling a lot now. He's probably chuckling more about the fact that you've finished your food. You finished it before the hour has even started yet.
I'm still gonna play Who Dat.
That's true. Will there be any more anime licenses this year? The answer is what? You know, going up for pre-order? The answer is absolutely a ton of them.
Definitely.
Cowboy Bebop, Alphonse, lots of stuff coming up. Jeremy, any update? Jeremy Collier, any updates on Alphonse? Just that we're making those treats right now. Brendan Rostello, a few questions this week. When will the next PO be? The week after you return from the licensing convention? Possibly. We need to see how things go when I'm away. 2, we know Banjo will be up for PO in the next few months, but will Conquer be up by the end of the year? I would, expect so. Banjo is pretty much, Conquer's pretty much done. With the new Soul Calibur game coming up later this year, when will the next PO be? I have nothing to report on that. 4, any news on the updated Ica poll that was mentioned last week? Ica fans looking for something to rally behind. Okay. No updates, but I appreciate that. Can I get that done before Vegas? Probably not. Maybe when I come back. No question. Have a fun time in Vegas and visiting the Bang and keep the club posted. Will do. Much appreciated. Caleb Harrison. So I'm hoping to order the 25th anniversary statue really soon. Not sure how my budget was going to be yet, so I have to pick one of 2 dates to order. So if you're able to answer, what is the likelihood that my order will become live if I order next Friday or Friday the 8th of June? I'm not really too sure about that. That's a bit too specific. The CS team, you better want to be hitting up the CS team in terms of likelihood of waitlist conversions. And thanks guys, keep up the amazing work. Much appreciated, Caleb. Justin Kennedy, when you meet Nintendo soon, can you please emphasize the importance of getting a 1/4 scale TP Link to complete the line? I know that most of what they want will be Breath of the Wild, but if there is room for other stuff, I hope Twilight Princess Link is not only the top of the list, but of everything else is a distant second. Do you feel the same way about how important Twilight Princess Link is? The answer is Twilight Princess Link is indeed very important. Very important. I agree. Of course it is. It is. Xavier Daniel. Alex Chocks, do you have any statues on display at your home? And if yes, what are the focuses of the room, the ones that people will see first? The answer is, I have 3.5 kids and a doggy. And the answer is, we are in Hong Kong and our spaces are very, very, very small. We're very fortunate to be able to see the work that we have in the office every day. I have PVCs up and around, especially because the kids sort of, you know, mash about with them and stuff, but not really for the resin Chocks. Same?
Yeah. I've got stuff out the box, got stuff in the box. They're all over the place. Yeah, every single room has a focus. Because they're everywhere.
You mean, I was going to say, a focus of boxes. Yeah, I was going to say.
In and out of the box.
Have you got like display shelves and stuff?
I've got some.
But not, but...
No, but it's never enough.
So you just kind of like, just let them pile them up?
Well, I kind of switch out every so often, just to keep it a bit fresh.
Really?
But I'd rather have it all on display, which means, like, man, it's like, you have to go through a whole renovation and all that stuff.
Yeah, you're like, folks, you can't come into town because there is no space for you.
Sorry guys, there will be no settee, there will be no dining table, it'll be just glass cabinets in all the rooms. Yeah.
Callum Hall. When it comes to payment plans, one of the most off-putting things for me is the lower plans, like say 3-month ones, there's no option to segment the final cost, meaning that it's a nice and easy for 2 months, but then have to save massively for the third. Is there any way that the final payment can't be included within the monthly cost? Again, that's something that someone earlier had asked, and the answer to that is it can't be done right now because our flexi pay plan is incredibly inflexible. But I appreciate that's something that people are requesting. I think it was someone called Jeffrey earlier on. Would have to go back and check that. I'll certainly raise it next time. Nick T. Hey guys, just wondering if you know for sure if Spike or Jet will be the first up for pre-order. Spike, I believe. Also, are you considering something to connect all the characters' bases together? Nope, they just look uniformly the same, which is going to be what people have seen, which is the black with the with each character specific color with their sort of scenes. Lastly, I hope you all make the Mugen statue. That was really hoping to have my first F4F statue as Mugen, and it's my birthday in September. If I can convert quickly. Yeah. So you're hoping that so you're on the wait list. Well, good luck with that. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure it will convert. Leon, good. Any Kiryu news? Nothing to report. Randy Russo. When talking about price points, thinking of doing 1/6 scale for some items, especially side characters. Sometimes space is more of an issue. Yeah. Definitely. Something that Chocks and I have been talking about a lot this week. A lot.
Yeah, I know. Guys, like I said, we always look into all the different scales. We don't just like, because like last couple of years, it seems like the focus was on 1/4 scale and bigger stuff. But, you know, like I said, the stuff that we were thinking about last year, it already incorporated the PVCs, the smaller scale stuff as well. And like, you know, like, so it's like the stuff we're thinking of now is going to be like next year, which could incorporate, you know, like you said, 1/6 scale, you know, or smaller scales. So it's not like we're not thinking about it. It's just that, you know, there's a transition from large and small. You know, we're trying to fit all the different scales as much as possible.
Agreed. Billy Ogle, if you could go back in time and make a definitive edition on any old statue, which would you choose and what would you add? Okay, so that was definitely Crash. I gave an example of that. Another example would be, I mean, it's quite easy to sort of say, you know, a good example would be, what would I do for a definitive version of Saitama would be against something, as an example. A definitive version of...
Could apply to quite a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you could do tons of different things.
Yeah.
Because the point is, when you have the financial freedom to not have to be constrained by certain SRP, you can be more creative. The answer is flex our creative muscles. I feel like we're really good at getting a design that's as good, like conceptualizing design that's going to be value for money. Because we feel we're financially SRP restrained to try and get to that entry level. When we have definitives coming in to allow us to flex our you know, our creative styles, that's something I'm looking forward to. definitely. So what would I do? You know, what else would that be? Yeah, I mean, you know, I think Crash is probably is when I saw a lot of people were having concerns, or not concerns is a worse word, but you know, strongly discussing about Crash's 2D boxes and oh, this should have been 3D, all that sort of stuff. Okay, sure, but you're not getting it for the same price. And if that's what you want, no problem. That's a perfect example of definitive. If you want it, you pay for it, because that's, you know, we can't absorb that. And I felt like that really sort of hit home to me. There was a lot of complaints about that, which I felt was, quite frankly, ridiculous in the sense that the Crash regular and the Crash exclusive is the same price. And to say, oh, these should have been exclusive, should have had been 3D and all that sort of stuff. No, it's not possible. Quite frankly, ridiculous. And therefore, definitive edition is where you need to be. Those guys who think that they wanted to have it as resin crates, totally understand, and that is a great example of why the definitive will be something that you would want, and that, you know, and as long as you're willing to pay for it, it's there for you. We want to give you those options. Caleb Harrison, have you considered doing action figures sometime in the future? I mean, we've talked about this every now and then. It's nothing, we've never sort of gone past more than, hey, Chocks, let's have a conversation about what else is there. But nothing more than cursory than that. Leon Good, you right?
No,
Yeah.
some action figures.
Alright, could you consider doing Star Fox figures in the future? And we're looking for Crystal or any other members of the Star Fox team. Hey, maybe that's a TT things that we should be looking at. There's quite a lot of Nintendo focused ones recently though, so we should probably change that. Bernard Rostello, a few more questions. You mentioned DEs will be a good way to continue to make niche lines. Are any DEs currently planned for niche lines? Any other lines for that matter? The answer is yes, we're planning on future DEs. In terms of niche lines, not just yet, but Are you planning to use the new anime PO for other statues? System for other statues? Oh, well, I think you'll find that the reality is, even leaving the numbers open indefinitely, the reality is, in the last 2 weeks, it's been 20 orders for Guts, right? And the last 2 weeks before that was another 20 orders. So even leaving it open for a long time doesn't really move the needle. It's nice to do, but the whole idea of, oh, if it's a niche line, we leave the orders for open and therefore you get it. The answer is, well, it's still semi-early days for Guts, but it's not exactly being, it's not at that pace that it makes a huge amount of difference, if that makes sense. It doesn't therefore go, oh, it's a niche line, therefore we do it for open forever until we go into production, and therefore the numbers will be good. The answer is it doesn't work like that. You also said that with Ds you wouldn't need to sell as many of the price differences, 600 at 300 versus 300 at 600. With the Aka TT at 500 plus, wouldn't this well be past the point of merit production? Especially given the fact that the license that is acquired, the 3D work is almost done, and the POs are now open for at least a month. I'm sure that there's more Skies fans that haven't voted as yet, as more of the votes are still coming the TTs. F4F is love, life, and life. No company does more for the fans than you guys. I appreciate the kind words on that regard. I know you've been really rallying a lot for Ica, and I really appreciate that. And that's why I want to sort of... I still feel like it needs to be a little more... What's the word? It's a little bit more touch and go. I feel like it still needs to have a little bit more spotlight on it to make sure there's enough people there. And that's why doing another poll about the base and all, coming up with those choices with more restricted numbers, we'll see if that moves the needle or not. Leon Good, would you consider doing Evangelion figures? And the answer is we tried many years ago but never got. Right at the beginning of the first phase of trying to go after licenses, we didn't get anywhere. I believe that is it, Chocks.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Who dat?
That is it.
Who dat?
Who dat? Time for who dat, who dat?
Who dat, who dat?
4 winners to be chosen.
We've got time. You guys are going to be wanting to hit test. Now there's one more missing. Oh, there it is. Alright, cool.
Yep, pressing test already. Well, typing test.
I appreciate it, Brendan. Thank you, mate.
Oh, your screen's working this time. Now you got your messages, the latest messages at the top.
Yeah, no, because I didn't. This
Oh,
is.
you did it the other way last time.
Yeah, this is like I did. This is the other one, which is which is. Oh no, it's not this one. It's another one. The other one, which is like end live stream. It was like the original one. Yeah. Because the other one was stupid. It didn't do so well.
Stupid.
You stupid.
Alright, guys. So guys, we're gonna choose the 4 winners from the comment section on our screen, on Alex's screen. So good luck to you guys. Hopefully your messages get through to us in time. Hey Felix, the hashtag for this week is hashtag F4F KOTR.
It's right at the top. Pin post.
Check the pin post. Four winners. I'm gonna make it a tough one.
A little bit. Anything you see in particular? Yeah, alright, let's do it.
Alright guys, make sure you get the character name correct. We're gonna go with this. It's gonna be this, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Make sure you get the character name correct, spelt correctly. We are only gonna choose the winner that spelt the name of the character correctly.
Correct, Chocks.
Correct. So make sure your spelling is correct.
Alrighty guys, here we go.
Let's do it. How many points are we going to give away this week?
No points, Chocks. No points. In 3.
Up to 32,000 points to give out.
Indeedy. In 3, 2, 1. Who dat? Who dat? Who dat? Who dat? Is that obvious? Always checking, Chocks. I like it.
Ooh, have we started?
Yeah, we started.
Alright, let's see what you got. What you got?
Who dat? Who dat? Who dat? Who dat?
Let's see, let's see.
Who dat?
Who that?
Who dat? Who dat? Who dat? Who dat? 4 winners. Who dat? Who dat? Who dat? Who dat?
Come on, guys.
Who dat? Who dat? Who dat? It's not Chocks. That's just the black screen. Or is it? Who dat? 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 Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that?
It's the humming a hint.
Who that? Who that? Too obvious now. Hooda, 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 hooray, hooray. Hooda, 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 hooray. Surely. And we are done.
Am I right?
Yep.
All right. Done, guys. Well done.
Blade.
Blade.
Mizrahi. Harmon. Hildebrand. Nana. Let's do this. Congratulations on getting it right.
Josh Mizrahi.
He was the first.
Joshua Harmon, the second. Chris Hildebrand, a junior. And Kai Nanase.
It was Josh, and you got it right.
Yay!
Mizrahi.
Yay to lagging.
Yeah, I did. Now, Mizrahi is not the first. Let's see what's up. How many times has he done it?
Oh my god. We have to do all this searching again?
No, just hit OF.
Yeah, no. This is which means searching.
Yeah. Miz. So we got him level 2 and walked away with 1k, yeah? Level 2, walked away with 1k. I'm seeing a pattern here,
So he's
Chocks.
played 2 games.
So we know that if he
beforehand.
gets to level 2, he takes away the 1k, so we don't, you know what, we're not going to worry he's going to go 32.
Okay.
Or whatever the
He
highest
likes
is.
to walk away.
He likes to walk away, yeah? That's
Walk
fair enough, yeah?
away.
He's walked away with 2k points, and others
Yeah.
haven't, right? Who's next? Harmon. Oh, walked away with 500.
Alright, he's a walk awayer.
Level 1 and died.
Alright.
Level 1 and died.
This will be his 4th game.
4th go, Mr. Harmon. Yowza! And only 500 war points to show for 3. Hildebrand Jr. Oh, level 1 and died.
That's it.
Alright,
That's-
Hildebrand, you have a chance of redemption. This is your 2nd go. Let's hopefully you get on the scoreboard. And last but not least, we have Nanase at level 1 and died, level 2 and walked away 1k.
That's it.
Third time for
So
Nanase.
everyone's played before then. Everyone
all
has
know
played-
what's up.
You all know what's up.
It's been a while since we've done one of these, Chocks. Should we go easy on them or should we crush them and deny them?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's
Alright,
jump
let's
straight
do it.
in.
Alright, let's do it.
They're
Let's
not
jump straight
going
into
to
it.
go easy on us.
Alright, 3, 2, 1. Boom! Mizrahi.
You're up first.
For 500 war points. Is it hand number 1, 2, 3, or 4 for a chance to win 500 reward points? Larissa says 3. Jay says 3. Will you listen to them or will you go your own path?
That's right.
Pro players.
They are the pros.
Mizrahi, no questions. Goes to number 4. If you went for hand number 1, you would have got yourself 500 war points. If you went for hand number 3, you would have got yourself 500 war points. But no, you decided to make it hard, 50-50, and you went for hand number 4 and 3, 2, 1. Ooh.
Too easy, huh?
Don't worry, Chuck. He's out the door if he makes the next one.
Okay.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, boom! Check it out, guys. 66% chance. 2 coins, 3 hands. Mizrahi, do you go for hand number 1, 2, or 3 for a chance to win 1,000 war points? Let us know in the comments.
In the comments.
What?
Come on, you gotta walk away.
What? Jay goes for 1. Larissa says 1. MJP says 2. Xavier says number 3. Koji says number 3. Leon says 2.
Boom,
Ms.
boom, boom.
Rahi goes for number 2. If you went for hand number 3, you would have got yourself 1,000 war points. But no, you decided to make it hard. You went 50-50 and you went for hand number 2 with 3, 2, 1. Are you going to be walking away with 1k? Or will you risk it for 2 on a 50-50? If you decide to walk away, no problem. Just let us know what you would have gone for.
No.
Of course, we
Just go. Just walk away. Don't even bother looking at the comments. Just walk away.
you have a number 1,
See ya.
a lumber, and a flower for a chance to
Alright,
win.
Joshua next. See ya.
For a chance to win 2,000 war points.
Yeah.
What would you have
Yeah.
gone for?
Go on, take your point and go away.
What would you have gone for?
Oh, these wavy hands. Go away. Shush.
Jay would have gone for number.
Come on. Come on.
We got 3 others to get on with it. Xavier says number 1.
See?
You would have guessed. He calls it quits, but you would have
Bye.
gone for number.
Bye.
You would have gone for flower in 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
2k.
You could have broke your trend and won 2k.
Alrighty, Mr. Harmon.
Congrats, by the way, Josh.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
We like consistency. I like consistency. That's cool.
That's 3k in total, yo.
There we go.
I've got a method, guys. Sorry, but it won me 3k reward so far. Alright.
That's true.
Right.
And a lot of people have played 4 games and
That's
only
right.
won, X amount. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, boom! For a chance to win 500 war points. Mr. Harmon, you're under the big pressure. Do you go for hand number 1? Number 2? Number 3? Or number 4 for a chance to win 500 war points?
Come on, Mr. Harmon.
Mr. Harmon. 1, 2, 3, or 4 for a chance to win 500 war points. Let us know in the comments. He's gone for hand number 2. If you went for hand number 1, you would have got yourself 500 war points. If you went for hand number 4, you would have got yourself 500 war points. But no, you decided to go for hand number 2 in 3, 2, 1. Ooh. How's he done before? How has he done before? Can't remember what it was.
Everyone and
Everyone won and
died.
died. Ever won and died. 1 and 1 and 500.
1 and 500. So he's
1 and died. Oh, okay. So hold on.
500, he's 500 up.
Oh, so he's not actually gone. Last time he got to this level, he walked away and didn't go for the second
the very
one.
first time. Out of
yeah.
the 3 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in case he wants to keep on going, he should give us the information in 3, 2, 1. Boom! For a chance to win 1,000 reward points, do you want to go for hand number 1, number 2, or number 3? If you decide to walk away, no problem. Let's let us know what you would have gone for.
Oh, he's already said it. I'm taking the 500 points already.
There you go. Consistency right there. What would you have gone for? Let us know what you would have gone for had you done it. Jay would have said 2. What would Joshua have said? Hey, Andrew Gersman, you won one of the winners from last week of the
Walk
hashtag.
away.
He would have gone for hand number 1. I can tell you now, if you went for hand number 3, you would have got yourself 1,000 war points. But you went for number 1 in 3, 2, 1. Good call. Good call. He blows you a goodbye kiss.
We should do that. When they get nothing.
Good call, Mr.
Oh
Harmon.
my God.
Good call. Very good call. Good job. Good job. Good job. But I'm a bit upset that we've given away points every single time.
Walkaways
We're not
don't
D9
count.
anybody.
Walkaways don't count.
No D9.
Yeah,
D9.
we can't-
I like
yeah.
to D9.
Maybe we can deny Hildebrand.
Hildebrand. Has he done it before?
Hildebrand, Hildebrand, Hildebrand. Hildebrand. That's rubbish, isn't it?
No, it's fine. As long as you go by the first name, keep going down.
Chris
Hildebrand, level 1 and died.
That's it.
Level 1 and died. Redemption is in the air. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Boom! For a chance to win 500 war points. You go for hand number 1, 2, 3, or 4 for a chance to win 500 war points. Mr. Hildebrand Jr.
Good game, Harmon.
Turjay, number 2. Andrew says number 4.
Where is he? Where is he? Where is he, Chris? Chris.
Subi says 2. Larissa says 3.
Any day.
Anytime you want. Hildebrand goes for number 2. If you went for hand number 1, you would have got yourself 500 war points. If you went for hand number 3, you would have got yourself 500 war points. But you decided to make it 50-50 in 3, 2, 1.
Oh. They know your pattern. You've been sussed. Where's your poker face, yo?
My poker face is amazing.
You've been like giving them like that. If it's hand number 1, you wink twice.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Boom! For a chance to win 1,000 war points, you have a 66% chance. 3 hands, 2 coins.
Or you can walk away like the other lads. Everyone's a walker.
Everyone's a walker. So, for a chance to win 1,000 war points, you go for hand number 1, 2, or 3. Of course, you can walk away. If you do walk away, let us know what you would have got. What you would have gone for. MJP says 3. Jay says 2. Turja says 1. Larissa says 2. What will the junior say?
Oh my god, I was so nervous. That's what he said.
Jake says number 1. Oops. I'm going to put it down to lagging rather than you really thinking about it a long time.
Could it be this one? Could it be in this one?
Which one could it be?
You see it?
Claire says 2.
You see it?
Oh! Because
fixed! This is all fixed!
He's taking his winnings. He would have gone for number 1. If you went for hand number 2, you would have got yourself 1,000 war points, but you decided to walk away. But you would have, if you went for number 1, you would have got yourself 1,000 war points. I think that, you know, it's a lot of, how should I say, it's understandable. First time you go in there with the, you know, you're feeling
these
like
pros are being conservative now, aren't they?
Yeah, but you know, a lot of they go in thinking they're going to be yeah, and they instantly go out on the first go, right?
Yeah.
Once bitten, twice shy. Next time round, he's a little bit. I'm on the scoreboard. I'm going to take my lolly and walk away with it. But
it's take any points.
Surely, Nana says is going to allow us to say the D9. I've not had the chance for that.
Kai's played pretty recently.
1, 2,
back close to each other. Level 1 and died, and then level 2 and walked away with 1,000. Yeah, that was it. This is
third.
It's third.
So on average, he should get 500 and walk away. Yeah, we don't. It's a 500 for you, 1,000 for you, 500 for you. You know, but surely not 4 winners though. Nana say, take one for the team. We want to be able to say D9.
Hashtag D9.
Alrighty, 3 coins. 2 hands for a chance to win. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Boom! For a chance to win 500 war points. You go for hand number 1, 2, 3, 4. 75% chance to get this right. 500 war points. Let's go.
Well, of course, you have to try your best. Take nothing less.
He goes for hand number 1, no thinking about it, straight in there. He didn't wait for anybody's opinions. I can tell you, if you went for hand number 4, you would have got yourself 500 war points. If you went for hand number 2, you would have got yourself 500 war points. But no, you decided to go for hand number 1 with absolutely no waiting for anybody's opinion. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, D! No!
The kiss of death!
D9! D9!
Hashtag
D9! Oh, it's more like it. Can you thank God Because can you imagine? We'd have been so annoyed for the whole week of last. Like, imagine it for the last week, right?
Oh.
It was like the first two, and they got it.
Yeah.
2 winners of the no denying for last week, but
Yeah.
fortunately we did 4, and we managed to get 1 denying. I like to see the comments now. It's like, don't settle for anything less than 10,000 points. Oh dear. It's a refresh. It's a wrecked. Oh, wrecked. Hey, you know, sorry, Nana. Say,
Yeah.
wish that
Good
you
sport.
good sport. It just felt that we needed to get. We've been waiting to deny someone this weekend. I appreciate you taking it for the team. Nana. Say, much love as always. You know there's love, lots of love. And that is the first time we've done a Friday Q&A in less than 2.5 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Do you know what, Chocks? The thing about this is that I've been really happy with the kind of the activity in the club recently. And what do you guys think as well? I'm not sure if it's because a lot of people have come in and new people have joined because of Shiranui and because of Midnerf, but basically for the past sort of month and a bit, I feel like it's
been good.
not as toxic, right? And I think that's great. And
Some very good conversations.
more
some
varied conversations, some deliveries of some products. I like the idea of having that 2-week rally period. It allows for more conversations is sort of around that product launch.
I mean, there's going to be a few guys that will say, "Well, why you freezing my thread and all that?" But I think once we've clarified that, explained it, I think a lot of people understood. You know, things can be waited at the weekend, but if it's a pre-order phase for that particular product, then the whole 2 weeks will be just that.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's great, and
it's good now because, like, I mean, like
really,
today,
really happy with that.
today, you know, like in Asia, Australia, Asia, Tekken, Jin, out in the wild. Sonic 25th should be reaching to some of you guys next week. So hopefully there's more products trickling out there.
Hey Tito, what's up? Let us know in the comments. Otherwise, I will, otherwise hit up CS. But otherwise, let us know what's up. This whole, honestly, guys, this community is something special. So thanks so much for being a part of it.
Yeah.
And especially a lot, extra thanks to you guys for coming to join. Obviously last week 500 people. Midna brought that to the stream. But you guys are like, we see so many familiar names, and we thank you so much for joining us week in, week out.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
2 years is still at it with us.
Yep.
And like with this launch, True Form Minnow, it was great to see some guys came back and say, "Oh yeah, it's been a while, I missed out. What's been going on?" It's like, damn, so much stuff has been changed.
Right, since then, right?
Yeah,
but also
yeah.
just to say, so thank you so much, guys, for you guys joining us. This, I mean, as I said, especially to you guys, because it makes a huge difference. If I can tell you for sure, if there was not like 5 people in the stream, whatever, we wouldn't be doing these weekly, right? We'd just sort of do them. But because and we're seeing sort of steady numbers around this sort of numbers every week, it gives us lots of motivation to keep on coming back every week, and the energy's there, and we thank you so much for that. It's I've been very happy with how the club has sort of, it goes through these phases, and we're at a very, very sort of pleasant spot right now, and I would obviously like to give a shout out to the admins for helping with that. Of course, a huge part of that. And of course, I want to shout out to you guys as well for also being really nice to newcomers and very helpful.
Yeah, very helpful.
Thank you so much.
Sometimes
for that,
like by the time I jump in there, there's already like 6 or 7 guys helping out the new guy, and everyone's been very friendly. And I mean, of course, you get a few bad eggs here and there, but I think the majority of guys have been very understanding, and just being like down in the middle, just like not too biased, but not too you know, like not too biased for, not too biased against. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like, you know, being reasonable about it. I mean, you know, no one's perfect. We're not perfect, but it's good to see that, you know, you guys trying to understand from our point of view, and we're trying to understand as much as possible from the customer's point of view as a
Right.
collector as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, you know, like, you know, pricing. Sometimes I'll say, hey, you know, like, this is too expensive. As a collector, you want it to be reasonably priced, but not too taking the piss from a company's point of view as well. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay, if you're planning to go to Japan and you're planning to do a side trip to Hong Kong, yeah, do drop by. Hit us up first beforehand. I mean, end of the year, you know, if you're going to go to Japan, let us know in advance so you can pick up some stuff for us from Japan. I mean, I don't know. I think if you're gonna go to Japan and then to Hong Kong, I think you might be a little bit disappointed. If you go to Hong Kong first and then Japan, I think you might actually enjoy Japan. Not enjoy Japan, as in like there's a difference.
There is a huge difference.
There's a huge difference. So it depends where you go first, Hong Kong first or Japan.
Which way would you do it, knowing both places, and you were coming over, never going to either of them, and no experience of either place? Which would you do it?
I think I would do Hong Kong first and then do Japan after, because I'll be like, oh shit! If I went to Japan first and come to Hong Kong, I'd be like, oh shit, I missed Japan.
I would say that's correct. I think that the chillness of Japan is a rude awakening when you come to Hong Kong and when it's the complete bustle of it, right? So I would go the other way round.
Yeah.
I would go the other way, as we said.
Oh, he did Japan first and Hong Kong second. I think he said something about he came.
Oh,
to
he's
Hong
already
Kong.
been to Hong Kong.
He's been to Hong Kong before, yeah.
Oh, he goes every other year. Okay.
Yeah, do drop by. Where you from anyway? From like where you traveling from?
Hey JDJ, the answer is just a 2-week hype period for Zelda, because just like Shiranui is a 4-week period as well, just like every single PO moving forwards will be like that as well.
It's from New York.
From New York. Did you see us at NYCC? Oh, he lives in Texas though.
Texas.
Texas. Always flies out of JFK. When you're in Texas, you fly out of JFK. Is that how it is in America? Because obviously it's massive. Would you then
I have no
for
idea.
international flights? Is there international flights from Hong Kong to Texas? Probably not, is there?
Is there? I don't think there's a direct flight to Texas, is there?
28th of June till 21st of July for Michael Lai. Can we get his ass working at the ACG booth?
You're back in. Oh, so you are coming back then?
But is ACG already finished? Should be bloody working on ACG booth.
Yeah.
Let's see. When is ACG?
End of July, I think.
Oh, God.
July 27th to July 31st.
Oh, Mr. Lai.
You want to come over and check out Mugen, don't you?
Oh, it might stay till the 27th.
That's the first day. You can't stay until the 20th. That means, like, that's tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheaper flight to JFK and then to Haneda. Cool. Alright, Chocks. That is it. Notices. Normally there's something at the end, isn't there?
No, not this week. It would have been.
Yeah. What's this?
Nah, that's default stuff that's always there in every section.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, there will be a feeding frenzy right in the next 15 minutes afterwards. We will do it open for 4 minutes. And I will do a live countdown for that. So make sure you jump in on that and get yourself 100 reward points. Nana say that will be the only 100 reward points you get today. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Chortly to ourselves. Oh, sorry about that. The F4F King of the Ring participants, I really hope that you guys like this. I feel like it will be a really great, fun thing that it'll be interesting to see how many people enter in what they think will be for that.
Yeah, so check out that post that Alex is going to post sometime, hopefully today. Maybe.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'll use that.
Larissa, there's going to be one more week for the rally for Zelda stuff. So up until next Friday. As you guys know, Alex is going to be
Oh yeah.
away from Hong Kong. Woohoo! For the week. So there won't be any Q&A next Friday.
Are you sure you don't want to do Chocks and Jay?
There will be no
Chocks and Jay?
CJ, no, there will be none of that stuff. There will be no Q&A thread. I don't know. Maybe you can answer them. We'll see.
Oh sure, because I've got nothing else to do. Like write out a reply to every single one.
Actually, no, you'll be still over there, innit? You're coming back on that weekend?
Yeah.
That following weekend?
Yeah.
So, guys, I'm sure Alex will entertain you guys on a daily basis. He'll write up a daily diary, hopefully. Yeah? You're not going out for dinners anyway.
I am.
Yeah, but not with, like, you know... There's no dinners and stuff.
There is.
I thought that was off the menu.
No.
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah. Alright then.
Oops.
Not every day though, innit? You'd be free, innit? You got some free time. It'll probably write your experience with Bang, right? Yeah? You're gonna
Not if he takes me anywhere that involves
you're
heights.
going to a theme park, aren't you?
Not if he involves me taking me anywhere with heights.
Yeah, keep him safe, guys.
So for sure, we will be back at it again in 2 weeks' time for Friday
2
Q&A
weeks.
with Chocks A number 70.
2. It'll be
And
72.
Absolutely. So
1st of June. 1st of June will be the next Friday Q&A.
absolutely. The reminder you could do, yeah, mini Chocks and Chocks.
Mini Chocks.
Friday Q&A with
Right.
Chocks and mini Chocks.
Sure.
For sure. Okay. That's it, guys. We'll be seeing you in the club in the next 15 minutes. I'll do that feeding frenzy. It is, of course, I will do the King of the Ring participants. Let's get that rocking rolling. Make sure people understand what's going on, because we'll do the first one of that on Wednesday. So, Chocks, you deal with that. That's got to be on the main page, because that's the way the two-side things.
Page.
And then has a ending, once a week ending. Make sure it gets turned off. And then we've got to make sure that no one can game the system with regards to having up the entries. The entries must be done and entered before the end.
Post that on a Wednesday, yeah?
Post that on the Wednesday. We've got to make sure that it gets locked. Do you want to do that post? Because then you lock it.
Well, I'll physically be here. I think you can set it.
So lock at a certain time.
Yeah.
Really?
Time? I'm not sure. Maybe day. We need to look into that one. When you create that option, we need to look at it how
Okay.
yeah, how is.
Okay, well, I'll just do it first and we'll see what's up.
Yeah,
We'll come
sure.
back from that, yeah?
Okay then.
And then I can always just lock it from Vegas before.
From Vegas.
From
Maybe
Vegas.
you guys maybe want to do a poll. Guys, should he put a bet on red or put a red?
Absolutely. Okay, that's it. Friday Q&A, 15 minutes in the club. See you for the feeding frenzy. I'll do the F4F participants, and that's it. And of course, there will be fun days as always, etc., moving forwards. All right.
All right.
Anything you want to add before we sign off?
No.
Okay. Once again, thank you so much for joining us today. It has been the 18th of May, 2018. Has been Friday Q&A with Chocks A number 70. Good night. Have a good day, America. Have a great evening, EU. Have a very good night to Asia, and a very, very good evening and a very good night. Have a good night's sleep in Australasia. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm your host, Alex.
And I'm Chuckles.
F4F is love.
F4F is life.
And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Laters.